I don't know if I want to thrust poor Gabe into the center of this.
He's not here.
We haven't heard from him.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's smart.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want to get involved in this.
The first time ever.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
The first Friday, he's a no-show.
I have a different palate cleanser since Gary was in here. We got a puppy. This is Rocky. This is Lena's puppy.
Oh my god.
So cute. He's so sweet.
I'm playing with Rocky today.
You've had him for one day?
One day, yeah.
And how did you do last night?
It was a long night, but his cuteness made up for it. I didn't sleep last night at all.
Jesus.
Yeah.
How come you didn't sleep?
I think it was him combined with today's episode.
Nervous, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Also, you usually don't sleep anyway, right? On top of all that. Right.
As I grow older, I sleep more.
You've been sleeping more? That's good.
Mean, still not great, but more than I was.
He's so sweet. You guys are going to love that dog. That dog is going to improve your life, man.
Yeah.
It's going to make you guys...
It's awesome. Lena's never had a puppy before, so she's going through it for the first time.
You know, it's a really wonderful step towards like having a kid together. And I know that sounds maybe silly, but having a puppy from like 4 months old, I think you said he is, it's pretty serious business. And it takes like a commitment of two people working together to love this one beautiful creature that you all love more than anything in this world.
Yeah.
You're about to spend a lot of money on dog chews because you love him so much.
And carpet cleaner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, those freaking pizzle sticks. You looked into those yet, AB?
Mm-mm.
Oh, they love those. It's like $60 for a pack of that shit.
Yesterday I took him to the pet store and I just was like buying stuff off the shelf. I don't know what the total was. I was holding him with one hand and just buying like basic stuff.
Dog.
Yeah. And I surprised Lena when she came home yesterday.
Well, we're all very happy for you, AB.
Oh,
she insisted on a Yorkie because
I love that.
Yeah. I think Ducky's the first dog she's been around since he was a baby.
Yeah. Well, good choice. I love Yorkies. They're so loyal. They're so smart. Mm-hmm. They're so loving. They're crazy.
Very cute.
Although he looks chill.
Yeah, he's been very chill. I haven't heard him bark or anything all morning.
Well, is he queued up?
Huh?
Is Hasan in the room?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the dog.
Is the dog queued up?
The dog's ready to go.
He is in the waiting room. Would we like to begin?
Yes, sir.
Actually, the dog's gonna argue
All right,
with Kaya.
Stand by.
I'm afraid to introduce Ducky because he's so intense.
Yeah.
I gotta let your dog grow a little bit.
Yeah, it's not gonna be long before I feel like we're gonna have a second. A second puppy.
Live.
All right, folks, that's enough of the dog chat. It's time. Welcome to the show, everybody. Hasan Piker.
Hello, Hasan Piker.
What's going on?
Well, I'm doing a debate. What about you?
That's what I'm doing as well. All right. Wait, hold on. Oh, are you going to show me all the time as well on the Zoom call?
Here, I can fix that. 1 second. Let me just set it to Ethan's output here.
If you want,
there you go.
If you want, just show like not just Ethan, but yourself as well. If you're going to talk, like that's fine.
Hey,
I don't know if it's gonna
Hasan,
be too difficult.
leave the production notes to my team. You can switch your show how you like.
Well, they were my coworkers as well, Ethan.
Well, it's been a while, my friends, and guess what? They are not now.
No, I know.
So let's start. I mean, so you did this content cup, right? And I mean, did that go how you expected? It didn't seem to hit very hard.
Before we get started, can I lay some like ground rules so we can have like a productive conversation?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So I wanted to come on to make this as issue specific as possible. But yes, you have grievances with me. And of course, I think they're valid to address.
Okay, good.
Of course, we'll talk about that. Hopefully, I'll be able to address some counterpoints as well, if you will allow me that process.
Absolutely.
But before we get started on anything, I would like to potentially talk about definitions so we can have like an established definition on a lot of the things that we're going to be talking about. Is that okay with you?
I mean, it depends how many definitions you got. What do you want to define? I don't want to get bogged down in this, so
I'm also experiencing audio issues on my end, so hold on one second.
No worries.
Okay. All right. So you're fine with that.
I mean, up to a point. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like
I don't want to get bogged down in a conversation.
It's not like a gotcha.
Go ahead, start. No, I know you're not.
Okay,
I just want to get going.
All right. So first and foremost, I think we should define what Zionism is and what you mean by Zionism and what I mean by Zionism.
Zionism is the belief that Jews should have their own homeland in the historic Palestine area. That's it.
Okay. All right. So I believe that Zionism is a religious ethno-supremacist ideology that revolves around the exterminationist policies of removing the indigenous population that lived in, as you said, historic Palestine, as long as they are not Jews, because it's a religious, ethno-religious supremacist ideology. I think that this is a disagreement that you and I have.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. If you want to add that, like the genesis of Zionism included, the displacement and the ravaging of the culture that existed there, then I would agree with you. I mean, I don't think that the establishment of Israel was like a good thing. I mean, it was tragic and a lot of bad things happened. But let me ask you, sir.
Okay.
How was filming that content? I just have to know what you felt, what you were thinking as they were doing the Fortnite L behind you.
We'll get to that. We'll get to
no,
that.
No. We're here. I don't want to talk about definitions. You got your Zionism, and let's do the.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it was fine.
Did you not?
I've participated in other YouTube videos as well in the past.
No, but that Fortnite L dancing.
Some of them feature sketches.
I noticed you weren't in the other shots. Why was that?
I think I was being interviewed by
Who was
a
interviewing
journalist while that was happening.
Really?
I don't remember.
Really? Oh, that's convenient. I think you were embarrassed, frankly. You were absent from every other shot. I think you saw him doing that. I think you saw him doing that Fortnite dance, and you said, "I got to get out of this." And by the way, I'm giving you credit for that.
I mean, Ethan, you're a comedian. You participated in some sketches. It happens.
I mean, shit. Yeah.
Really? You're one of your most famous sketches. You in a fucking diaper. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah. We've done funny things.
Okay, you know what? Let's not debate the merit of our comedy. You're right. I'm very hacky, and so are you.
Okay,
by the way, you believe that the likes were botted on that?
What?
You had said you thought the likes were botted on the content cop. Do you still believe that?
What? The likes were botted on the content cop?
The dislikes were botted. The dislikes, sorry. Yeah, you said it was brigaded and was botted. And it was unnatural, the dislikes on the video.
I don't really care about this. I don't know. I mean, I don't recall saying this, but I don't know why this is a major point of contention. All right, so you asked that question. No. Let's get back to some other definitions.
Hold on, let me finish, and then you can do your definition.
Okay.
Did you think it was?
Well, it's not my definition. I want to hear your definition.
That's fine. I'll answer how you like.
I hope you know that, like, I don't know if you know this, but I didn't publish the content cop. iDubbbz did.
Yes, I know that, and I've addressed him
good.
thoroughly.
All right.
Do you know that? Do you believe he should have included the context of the CPS call?
What?
What? You don't know what I'm talking about?
Wait. I'm a little confused. You are asking me.
Yes.
What my opinion is on
the video.
iDubbbz's content cop.
Correct. That's correct.
About the CPS? I don't know. Maybe. Sure. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, I think it was more so about like your year-long conquest of deplatforming and also
right. Well, 90% of the clips were from the episode entitled "CPS Came to My House." Hasan, I don't know if you think that's an important detail. I sure do.
Ethan, I think you know my position on this, as I've made it very clear. I think it's completely inappropriate to fucking call
No.
CPS.
That's obvious. I'm saying your friend Hasan you made a video with did a total fucking hit job. All right, go ahead. Ask me a question.
I don't have any, like...
Go ahead.
Listen to me. Listen, we're both content creators online. We both have received an endless wave of harassment. You and I have talked privately about this.
Hassan, I don't care. Let's just go on.
What do you mean? You brought this up. You brought it up. Hold on.
I know what you're saying. We've all been harassed. The internet is tough. Whatever, yada yada. Ask me a question.
No. Please, Ethan, please.
Because you're so boring, bro. I just want to have an interesting conversation.
You know who else also told me that? Andrew Tate. Please, just hold on.
Wow, God forbid.
Explain my position to you. You and I are both content creators. We get an endless wave of harassment, doxing, swatting, all of this stuff, okay? Sometimes by the same people, ironically enough, by the same communities. You and I know we've had these conversations in private before we stopped doing our podcast. And you know my position on this. I think it's completely unacceptable.
I know you're against CPS.
I am victim to the same exact things that happened to you in this regard. I would never in a million years
ask me a question.
Sort of thing and don't think it's appropriate.
Very good.
And I don't know why you think that I have anything to do with this.
Because you're not you're misrepresenting what I asked you. I didn't ask you, do you think it's okay that people called CPS? I asked that the video that you participated in, which was a total fucking hit job that used 90% of its clip from an episode of the podcast called CPS Got Called on Me and didn't even include the title of the podcast. Now, do you think that's fair?
I think you should take this up with iDubbbz instead of me.
Okay, sure. Ask me a question.
Yeah, I didn't make any of the editorial decisions in iDubbbz's content cop.
I'm asking what you thought about it. Okay, not if you made it. It's pretty fucking pretty obvious. Go ahead, ask me a question.
I'm sure it would have been. I'm sure that I'm sure that it would have been all right if he mentioned it.
It would have been all right.
I don't know why this is a major point of contention for you. I thought we were going to talk about Israel-Palestine.
We're talking about whatever we want to talk about. You had said that I have problems with your character. That's what I'm talking about. Go ahead, ask me a question.
But you having problems with my character.
Hassan, ask me a question. I'm going to move on to the next topic.
You asking me about iDubbbz's editorial decisions in his content cop.
I'm asking about your opinion on it. Go ahead, ask me a question.
Okay. So, do you believe that Israel is committing a genocide in Gaza?
Yes.
Okay, great. Awesome. So you agree with the with numerous human rights organizations, the UN?
I already said yes.
Okay, great. No, that's important. Thank you for saying that. I also agree on this. If you believe that Israel is committing a genocide in Gaza, okay, do you feel like you have used your limited amount of time that you have as a content creator speaking out against Israel doing a genocide on the Palestinian population living in the Gaza Strip? Or do you feel like most of your commentary on that issue has overwhelmingly been to rail against people that are doing that?
Sure.
Pro-Palestinian advocates that you feel like you've been wronged by, myself included.
Yeah. I don't know if you know this, but if you're pro-Palestine, it doesn't absolve you of criticism. That's something that you guys keep harping on.
Do I think my coverage... I don't think that's the case. I don't think that is the case.
Okay. Do you think my coverage has been like totally balanced? I would say no. I've obviously given less time to the Palestinian perspective. And I think the reason for that is simply that...
No. Not just the Palestinian perspective, Ethan. I think that rather than talking about that issue in and of itself... Rather than talking about the genocide itself, every time you have...
Hassan, I'm answering your question.
Every time you've talked about Israel-Palestine, it almost always revolved around...
I was going to tell you why. Do you want to let me answer?
Personal vendettas that you have experienced from pro-Palestinian content creators.
Okay. Would you like me to... You asked me a question, so I'm going to answer it. The reason for that being is that I feel like I'm responding to a lot of bullshit that's been passed my way ever since Leftovers... ended, starting from you and your community. Now, that's my answer to that. Now, let me ask you about this. This sword has a Nazi swastika hilt.
Okay.
Do you disagree? What's funny about that?
I think it's funny because you've made this a major point of contention. That's why I think it's funny.
It's a swastika, is it not?
Yeah, it's a sword that is a bleach sword, as you know already, that has a hilt that has a Japanese manji sign on it. But yes, it does look like a swastika, as I've also noticed and have talked about on numerous occasions that you brought forward.
Yeah. Of course, you're conceding that because we fished this up. But yeah,
such as when I made fun of, I believe it was Alexa that grabbed it, and I said, "Oh, you immediately go for the swastika one." Yeah, exactly. Do you think?
You
think that
anyway, my point is,
actually
Hasan,
think
if I
it's
can continue my point, is that you knew it was a swastika sword. So why did you guys choose to pose with this sword?
Ethan,
answer that. Why was the choice made for this sword?
I'm gonna gently explain this to you again. One, it's not a swastika, but regardless.
Do you think it looks like a swastika?
I did not make this editorial decision. I wasn't even.
Do you think it's reasonable to perceive that as a swastika?
Ethan,
answer the question. Is it reasonable to perceive that?
I don't think it was a deliberate decision that iDubbbz made, but I don't know. I don't know his mind.
Hasan, they're your swords, and according to the New York Times article, there was 10 options. So what's the chances that they chose the swastika one? That seems pretty slim.
Well,
you have 10 swords, don't you?
The week prior to that, I believe. I don't know the exact timeline. I don't really remember when they shot this, but I had the sword out because I was doing an Assassin's Creed promo. Do you feel like if I thought it was like genuinely a swastika sword, I would use it in an Assassin's Creed promo shot?
Yes. That's what we call a dog whistle, Hasan. And what you're doing is gaslighting somebody. You made a video. Let me make a point here, Hasan, because you're the king of microaggressions and understanding the perspective of minority groups. True. Right? So you made a video. You participated in a video accusing a Jewish. Let me finish my point, Hasan.
I'm going to let you ask the question.
Stop. You are making a video accusing a Jewish man of exaggerating anti-Semitism while exhibiting the most hateful symbol against Jewish people. Do you not see this as a problem? Or at least, am I insane for thinking this is odd?
Ethan, take a deep breath.
Answer the question. I don't need you to console me.
I didn't even hear your question. I need you to.
Well, you should try listening instead of speaking.
I'm just looking for clarification here. Do you think that I deliberately was using a dog whistle in an Assassin's Creed promo, or that it was a cool sword that was laying around because it's the only long sword that I have?
You have 10 swords.
I know, they're heavy. That's not a real sword.
So yes, I'm aware that it's not a real sword, but you had 10 to choose from. What does it matter how much they weigh?
Yeah, the other ones are heavy.
Let me paint a scenario. Hasan, let me paint a scenario for you, okay? Listen, okay? This is important. You participated in a video accusing a Jewish man of exaggerating anti-Semitism. You exhibited in that video the most hateful symbol against Jewish people. 1 out of 10 of your swords that you have previously already stated is the, quote, swastika sword. So am I insane for you're treating me like I'm insane for bringing this up, but it sounds pretty reasonable.
I mean, it's a little insane.
So yes. Microaggressions just don't exist for Jewish people.
You're asking me why iDubbbz.
It's your sword, bro. I don't believe that you weren't there.
I'm not iDubbbz.
You were there, bro. It's in your fucking house.
I don't know. I don't know why you're asking me.
Because it's your house and your sword.
But I also gave you what my speculation is. And that is that
it was just a cosmic chance.
I previously had it laying around because I had just done an Assassin's Creed promo.
Okay, if you say so. So if it's a cosmic fluke, which you claim, then why leave the photo up?
I'm not even in the photo. I know,
it's in your room though, and with your sword. Why leave the photo up if it's a cosmic fluke?
Wait, why are you asking me this question? I don't know. I'm not. Ethan.
I'm sorry, Hasan. Are you unable to make value judgments on situations? Like, isn't that what you do for a living? Do you think that iDubbbz should have removed?
I don't think it's relevant or that big of a deal at all. If that's what you're trying to get out of me, I think it's not.
Okay, so you're telling a Jewish man who's complaining about a very odd coincidence that I'm crazy and I'm exaggerating.
Over the manji on it, Ethan. Can we? Okay, you got me. All right. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, you got me. I put a swastika in the video calling you out for exaggerating anti-Semitism.
That's not what I'm saying.
You got me.
Do that.
Yes, you did. You literally did.
I didn't do that.
Okay, laugh about it. Go on.
It's not a swastika. And
then why should you leave it up?
You have that much of an issue with swastikas considering you drew one on PewDiePie.
I'm a Jewish man, you fucking moron.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Is anyone in that room Jewish? Was anyone in that room? Did I draw swastika one time on?
Do you think that Jews have an exclusivity agreement with being offended or not offended by Nazi imagery? You've done a Sig Heil approximately 50 times.
Why did I do a Sig Heil? Why did I do a Sig Heil?
I don't know.
Because you only watch clips on Twitter. I was making fun of Elon Musk and trying to see if it was valid or not.
Oh. Thank you.
And by the way, as a
Thank you for
Jewish man, are you
clarifying.
going to
My
tell
bad.
black people not to use the N-word?
Wait, what?
Are you going to tell black people not to use the N-word because it offends you?
Do you think this is an apt comparison?
Yes.
Okay. So you think that being able to draw the your anti-Semitism radar is completely out of whack.
And who are you to
understand
say that to me? You
that's the
posed
point
with
of
a
contention
swastika.
here. You're saying that it's not a swastika, and you know it's not a swastika.
I mean, it literally is a swastika.
No, it's not.
Let me
Is
see the
it?
swords in your background. Why didn't you choose one of those ones?
I didn't choose the sword, Ethan.
I don't believe you.
Do you think this is a productive use of our time?
Absolutely. So anyway, you say it's a weird cosmic fluke. Personally, if I think it was a weird cosmic fluke, you say basically it's not a swastika. The difference between the Hindu symbol and
But it's not.
Okay, right. The difference between the Hindu symbol
What
and
you
the
drew on
Nazi
PewDiePie,
swastika.
on the other hand, was a swastika.
I'll finish what I said. Yeah, I'm a Jewish man. I depicted a
All right,
swastika,
that's cool.
a tasteless joke
I'm just making sure.
on
Okay,
IDubbbz
so you
shirt
can-
10 years ago. You
Yeah.
said this is the swastika sword, and you keep it in your house and you use it and pose it in photos, attacking a Jewish man. The fact that you can't even concede that
jokingly
looks
referred
bad.
to it as looking like a swastika when my
So-
friend picked it up.
so let
if
me-
I genuinely thought it was a swastika memorabilia, do you think I would keep it in my house?
Dude, you're being so obtuse. I know it's not a swastika, right? And I know you know it's not a swastika, but it is literally a swastika also. Because the difference between a swastika and that Hindu symbol is this. You see what I'm doing? This is the difference. If you ask a Hindu person, would they walk around with a swastika sign?
Wait, so you know?
Fuck
so you
no.
it's
They
not
know
a
that
swastika,
looks
but
like
you
a
keep calling it
swastika.
a swastika sword. So I'm a little confused.
Ask your Hindu friends if they would walk around with like a swastika brandished. They know.
Okay,
Are you Hindu?
I am not Hindu.
Okay, interesting.
No.
So anyway, it was a cosmic
Wait,
fluke.
do you
You
think
brandished
that only,
what I.
Do you think that only Hindu people have bleach swords? Like, what's going on?
We're discussing
So-
the symbol, not the sword. Okay, go ahead. So you think it was a cosmic fluke? There was 10 swords. He magically picked that one.
I can't. I'm
and
speculating
he
on
left
the
it up.
decision making
If
of
it was a
person
mistake, he could have
who I
deleted
am
it.
not. I'm not him.
Go ahead,
I
ask
don't
me-
know. Again, I'm going to repeat myself here. I think I'm doing.
You
this
don't
a
need
lot.
to. Go ahead.
I am not.
Ask me the next
IDubbbz.
question.
I don't know what was going on.
I'm not
in his
accusing you of
mind.
being IDubbbz, Hasan, but you're acting like you're incapable of making value judgments on things because you're not
No, because
IDubbbz.
I already made the value judgment. I think you're being crazy.
Okay, well, Mr. Microaggressions thinks I'm being crazy. Very good. You have no problem telling Jewish people they're being crazy on what?
Yes.
It's like a blatant fuck. Go ahead, ask me the next
Yes.
question.
Yes, I don't.
Do you
I
think
don't
the
have
so-
a
if
problem
you could go
telling
back-
you're being crazy
If-
right now.
if-
You being Jewish has nothing to do with this.
Sure, I'm sure it doesn't. Do you think going back that it was a mistake to use that sword?
I don't really care about this at all.
Okay, fantastic. Well, that really shows where
I
you're at on this.
genuinely-
Go ahead,
I
and ask
don't
me a
care.
question.
Okay. So, since you believe that Israel is committing a genocide, what are the appropriate steps that people can take, both in the Western world and also regional actors can take against this entity doing a genocide by your own admission, that you would consider to be appropriate? Because it feels like throughout this entire process, you have set boundaries on what you think
Just
is
killing
inappropriate,
civilians. That's the boundary.
as you have set boundaries on what you think is inappropriate.
Killing civilians.
And time and time again has said is outright anti-Semitic.
My boundary is killing civilians.
Okay, that's great. So
Is that unreasonable?
That's a perfectly reasonable boundary to set.
Okay, good. So
I
then we don't
totally agree with
disagree.
you on that. Great.
Great.
Okay.
So let me ask you the next
So,
one. Let me ask you about this Tabris tier
Hold
list.
on. I have a. Can I? Let me finish.
Well, you asked and I answered. Go ahead. You could go on a little bit more.
Okay, so hold on. Everyone is complaining about my volume on my side because we're using Zoom instead of Discord. So my fucking
Go ahead.
audio.
It's fine. Take your time to get the
My
audio.
audio
right.
keeps going up and down. Okay. So one of the first conversations that we had, you and I had, that led to the Leftovers podcast ending, was that you considered "From the River to the Sea, Palestine will be free" to be an anti-Semitic slogan. You said that Jews feel like this is an exterminationist slogan and Jews fear this slogan in the United States of America.
Correct.
if you think that Israel's doing a genocide, do you feel like it is appropriate for Westerners in the United States of America and Palestinians and people of Palestinian descent to be able to use emancipatory slogans, or should they go to jail under the Trump administration?
Okay, I mean, these are pretty extreme questions. Now, I'm not making a value judgment. I'm just trying. All I was trying to do.
Question is what's happening right now.
Bro, do you want me to answer?
Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to explain the Jewish perspective. I'm not trying to make a value judgment of it. But what I will tell you is that how do you feel about Norm Finkelstein?
Love Norm. I know he has said that it
Here's what he had to say about this.
I know what he said.
No. I want the audience to see this, Hasan.
Hold on.
Hasan, I want the audience to see this video. This is not going to be a
gotcha moment for you because I know Norm's position.
Good. I'm glad you know. Let's let the audience know, Hasan.
You know what I mean?
Hey, Hasan, let the audience watch the video.
I can have a nuanced and reasonable disagreement with a person that I actually admire.
So that's what we're having.
Like Norm. But
so it's nuanced and understandable with Norm. Let the audience watch the video, Hasan.
Okay.
Palestine will be free.
Let me go back. Yeah. Here's the Norm Finkelstein, a prominent figurehead in the Palestinian liberation
movement. I don't like the slogan.
I know. I have more positions that I disagree with him on.
The video
as well. Be free. I think it's a bad slogan. I know the slogan from the 1960s, the 1970s. It was a bad slogan then, and it's a bad slogan now because it has too much ambiguity. When you say from the river,
someone's going to hit me with the Cherry Act,
to the sea, Palestine will be free. Obviously, a question arises. Okay, what happens to the Jews in that scenario? And some people will say, well, all it's about is everybody being free. But that's not what the slogan says. So I have, in recent weeks, I have voiced my concern that it's a bad slogan. And I said, just change it, tweak it. From the river to the sea, one person, one vote, Palestinians will be free. And you can't answer that slogan because all you're talking about is equal rights for everyone. From the river to the sea, one person, one vote, Palestinians will be free.
I don't know if he actually means the one vote thing, because I think what he's saying is good in that from the river to the sea, Palestinians will be free, which I think is good. You're laughing at Norm.
Routinely talked at campus encampments, college campus, Palestinian encampments as to, I'm not going to make much hay about the slogan in general. There's plenty of other slogans.
Well, you're willing to listen to him, but when I say it, it becomes a big controversy. I'm not. It's not even my opinion. I can have a disagreement
with him on that, and you're forgetting one key factor.
What's that?
Okay, you're forgetting one key factor. Norm Finkelstein still ultimately will always say, while I disagree with the slogan because I think it scares people, it ultimately does not matter, and I'm not going to stand in opposition to it. He doesn't say it's anti-Semitic.
When have I opposed it?
He doesn't say it is exterminationist.
When have I opposed
he says
it?
That's what people think.
When have I opposed it?
If you think that Norm Finkelstein would be in agreement with you in any way, shape, or form on any issue, please have a conversation with him.
He's literally in agreement with me, like verbatim.
Okay. No,
actually, even more.
You said it was anti-Semitic. Norm doesn't think it's anti-Semitic.
Hasan, do you remember me advocating against it? Do you remember me advocating against it?
If he agrees with you on anything.
Sure, I'll ask Norm Finkelstein. Do you remember me denouncing that statement and saying people shouldn't say it?
I believe in our conversation.
No, it didn't happen. You're lying.
You said it was anti-Semitic.
I said it's perceived that way by Jewish people. All right, let's move on. The Sabra tier list.
Norm does not believe it's an anti-Semitic
Very
slogan.
good. I'll ask him about it. Now, let me ask you about
Are you actually going to do that? Because that would be wonderful.
Yes, I'm going to talk to Norm. We'll have a great conversation about From the River to the Sea.
Is it? Wait, can I ask you a question?
No. It's my turn.
Okay,
you spoke, and now it's my turn.
You know what? You go ahead.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's very gracious of you.
Well, I mean, it's just a back and forth conversation, but you seemingly have a lot of grievances not pertaining to the actual issue at hand. But
I don't know. The issue, my friend, the issue at hand is your behavior.
No, I think the issue at hand is the genocide.
Well, we seem to be coming at this from two different angles, which is great, right? So let me ask you this. Hold on, you said it's my turn to ask, so let me do that. Is it my turn to ask a question or what?
That there's a genocide. You already recognize that Israel is committing a genocide.
I can care about two things, Hasan. It's very important to acknowledge that.
Don't you think?
I can care about two things, my friend.
Incredibly narrow framework
very
surrounding
easy.
Your own personal feelings.
I'm not that smart, but I can care about two things.
Okay, no,
even if one is more urgent than the other.
You think your own personal feelings, born out of your misunderstandings, is more important?
Did I say that? I said one is more urgent than the other, referring to the genocide.
Oh, okay. So you recognize that Hasan, the genocide is a more urgent
Hasan,
issue.
Please let me ask a question.
Almost all of your commentary surrounding this issue on talking about your own personal feelings and how you've been wronged by people.
Very good. Let me ask you. So you claimed
Wait, can you answer that question?
No, Hasan, you asked your question. It's my turn. I talked about how gracious you were, man. What happened?
Wait, but
I said you're so gracious. You're going to let me ask you a question. What happened?
Does that make sense?
Don't make me take it back. All right, let me ask you a question.
Sense to you?
Hold on to that. Ask me after this. You defended Frogan's use of the Sabra tier list. What was your opinion on that?
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
I think that the Sabra hummus tier list is absolutely insane to consider anti-Semitic, and most people have already laughed about it, despite the fact that it was very damaging in terms of deplatforming a bunch of content creators that participated in this, egged on by yourself, by the way.
Yes. With pleasure.
And yeah, it's not.
It's insane.
Even remotely.
Okay.
It's not even remotely anti-Semitic.
Very
it's
good.
Like
let me ask you a
the
question.
Cracker band that Twitch capitulated on.
So let me follow up with this. Have you seen the thumbnail?
The thumbnail?
Yes, that's what I said. This is the thumbnail that's still up. Now, let me ask you this, Hasan. Here's Frogan's thumbnail for the Sabra hummus tier list. In the F tier is me and Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro is not in the tier list. He has never explored or used. Why do you think Ben Shapiro is on the F tier?
Ethan?
Whoa, answer the question.
Through this again.
What, you're dodging?
I'm not iDubbbz.
But you can't make value judgments suddenly on your friends who you've spent all this time defending.
No, because I don't care.
Well, I do.
I don't. Like,
I think it's great you don't care. Why is Ben Shapiro there?
I don't know. I don't care. Probably because he's also
probably because he's Jewish.
What?
Because it's the most prominent Jewish creators on YouTube.
Do you think Ben Shapiro's Judaism is the reason as to why? 100%,
without a doubt, yes.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Take your time. I know it's a lot to process.
Okay. This is a lot to process.
Yeah, I know, man. It's tough. You really don't know what to say because it looks pretty bad.
No, because it's so fucking stupid.
Well, tell me then.
You look kind of dumb.
So why is Ben
now.
there?
You look kind of insane.
Okay, very good. Why is Ben there?
I'm having a hard time. Like, I don't know why fucking Frogan made this thumbnail. And
why is Ben there?
I don't have any issue with this thumbnail.
Why is Ben there?
Because he's a prominent defender of Israel.
You're quick to say that Jews aren't the only Zionists, right? So why is Ben Shapiro, of all the people in the world who are conservatives, who are Zionists, Christian Zionists, why Ben Shapiro? Me and Ben Shapiro in the F tier, the two most prominent Jewish creators on YouTube? That's a coincidence, just like the swastika, huh?
Ethan,
these are two cosmic coincidences. Hasan, they're really stacking up.
The tier list that you're talking about, first of all, the tier list that we're talking about was literally designed by a Jewish content creator who you advocated to ban, and he got banned.
Very good, and I'm glad he did. He definitely deserved it.
You called him a token Jew.
And I still stand by that. The man is just fucking. Yeah.
So you get to draw swastikas on PewDiePie, but Rafi can't say that there is a tier list here where Sabra
This is
hummus
Frogan's tier list. This is her.
Is the lowest. The Sabra hummus, liking Sabra hummus is the lowest tier.
Ben Shapiro.
And the highest tier is being able to get a Habibi pass. You, as a Jew, get to determine what other Jews are able to do. You're the Pope of the Jews, as Sam Cedar likes to call
I'm not determining
Shapiro,
what they can do, but this is
going on.
This is Frogan's bit. This is her stage. This is her bit. I mean, you can say the Jewish dude is the fall guy and did everything,
Ethan,
but that's not true.
Wait, so you get to draw swastikas, but Rafi can't even say Sabra hummus is dog shit.
He can say whatever he wants. I'm not criticizing.
he can,
By the
but
way,
you're
you
gonna
think
call
that
him a
my
covenant
criticism
Jew
is
for
that
that.
he doesn't like Sabra hummus? Are you being serious right now? By the way, is that a beef? Hold on, what are you drinking?
It's a Dr. Pepper cream
Isn't that
soda.
who owns that?
I don't know, but it's not on the BDS
Are you
national
sure?
BDS list.
We'll double check.
Yes, I'm 100% sure.
Okay, we'll double check that. It's not about Sabra hummus, and like let's not be obtuse.
Ethan, actually, the BDS one is actually pretty funny too, because like you've been, you consistently talk about how like I drink Diet Coke or whatever. When that fan came up to me and said stop drinking Diet Coke, it was not on the Palestinian National Committee's official BDS list.
Yes, it was.
And ever since it has been on that official BDS list,
you're lying.
I have not drank Diet Coke or purchased any Diet Cokes at all.
You're lying. It was on the list.
Wait, what is?
What? Yeah, it was on the list. You're lying.
What was on the list?
Coke.
Yes, it was put on the list, and I stopped purchasing Coke, and I stopped drinking Diet Coke.
You
even though I
said,
love
you
Diet
know what's
Coke.
funny? You told her
because I think it's like
you remember
not
what you told
that
her, son?
significant.
You remember what you told her? You said, "I'll just put it in a cup."
Yeah, no, I was joking with her because I thought that it was a ridiculous request at the time because it wasn't on the Palestinian National Committee's official boycott, divestment, and sanctions list, Ethan.
Okay. It's not about Sabra hummus, just so you know. Like, let's not be silly
Wait,
about
what is
this.
it about?
It's about what's Sabra means a Jew born in Israel. It's an Israeli company. It's everybody knows it's like considered like Israeli hummus. It's been on the BDS list. Everybody knows the connotations of Sabra hummus, right? Nobody. I don't like Sabra hummus either. But we're not talking about hummus. What I don't like is anti-Semitism perpetuated by your friends and swept by you. Now, why is Ben Shapiro in the F tier? That's a cosmic coincidence. Okay, let's move on. Very good.
Ethan,
go ahead. Next question.
I'm not Frogan.
I know it's
and I don't know
I know
why.
How can I make value judgments on my friends I've been defending for 2 years?
Also,
who can say
there is a tier list in front of me, and it seems like a bunch of people, both
Ben
Jewish
Shapiro and me, are in the F tier.
On the Loves Sabra tier list.
You're looking at the end. I'm looking at the thumbnail, bro. I'm talking about the thumbnail.
I know, but I first of all, again, I'm making inferences about editorial decisions that other people have made. I'm just simply speculating at this point.
Sure.
But you know, it's a.
Are you not embarrassed by this
joke.
armpit hair? It's so cringy, bro. It's like so weird. I'm glad you changed that finally. On a separate note.
What?
I find it just so weird and bizarre that this was your thumbnail for so long. Also, ironically, wearing a Rolex hat, which is like probably the symbol of capitalist excess.
Yeah. I got a free
Cool,
Rolex
dude.
hat from a friend of mine. I still wear it every now and then.
You're oh wow, who knew? So anyway, Ben Shapiro was accidentally in the F tier.
What does this have to do with anything? What's going on, man?
Yeah, I know
what's
it's
happening?
confusing. It's very confusing for you. It's like a car crash, I'm sure.
So why do you think there's a Jewish
this is
man
a cosmic
in the A
mistake.
tier
Let's move on.
On the tier list? If you think that it's like all about anti-Semitism and
do you think that this is at least a bad coincidence?
No, I don't.
Well,
I
that's
really don't.
fantastic.
No, I don't think it's a bad coincidence at all. I think you're trying to find with a fine-tooth comb like any incidents.
The Jewish man is crazy. He sees anti-Semitism everywhere.
Having a really hard time.
These are just cosmic mistakes.
I'm telling you. If you want my perspective, I'm giving it to you. I think genuinely, at a time when there is unprecedented levels
yes,
of
I know. We can't talk about anything else. That's very
anti-Semitism,
convenient for you.
At a time when there's unprecedented levels of out and about anti-Semitism with incredibly prominent, oftentimes right-wing conservative figureheads actively talking about Jews, okay, in deeply anti-Semitic fashion, you have lasered in on people that you can't even actually catch, quote unquote, dead to rights because they're not anti-Semitic.
Well, they're not wearing a shirt that says "I hate Jews," but they're walking around swastikas and doing tier lists with Jews on the bottom. I mean, that's as close as you can pretty much fucking get without them just saying "I hate Jewish people."
Ethan, it seems to me like
and I think you're acting really silly and obtuse right now. The guy who's all about microaggressions and understanding the perspective of minorities and stuff, telling a Jewish man that he's hallucinating anti-Semitism and won't even concede that this looks bad. Okay, fantastic.
No, you're hallucinating anti-Semitism in this circumstance.
Very good.
I'm not saying anti-Semitism is not a prominent fixture of American politics.
Very good.
I actually do think that anti-Semitism has exploded in popularity in American politics, especially. So that's not my point at all. I'm saying you individually right now wish that these people were anti-Semitic. So you're trying to find anything you can hold on to.
It's really not a stretch,
But once again, none of those people are me. So I don't know why.
Stop with the value judgment thing. Like, you can't make a decision. It sounds stupid as hell, dude.
Wait, I sound stupid as hell? What?
No, when you go, I can't draw, I'm not them. I mean,
I don't know why you're asking me what their genuine decision making is.
Why would I want my best friend Ida to be anti-Semitic? Why would I want my best friend Ida to be anti-Semitic? Why would I want that? You think I enjoy my friends and people around me being anti-Semitic?
Do you want me to tell you why?
I would love to.
I don't think you're going to like the answer.
Yeah, this is going to be good. Go ahead.
Okay. You want everyone that has criticized you to be anti-Semitic so that it makes you feel better about your position. It's not your own personal positions that you have explained to people that come across like you're using anti-Semitism as a shield to deflect criticisms against Israel.
This is
and that if they are actually out and about anti-Semites, that'll make you feel a little bit more comfortable, like you've won the argument in your mind, and that your community would also finally go, oh yeah, you're right, you're a permanent victim in this situation. But because there's an unimaginable amount of anti-Semitism everywhere online, it comes across as shocking that you laser in on what you perceive are dog whistles when they're very clearly not even dog whistles at all. And I'll give you an example of this. Something that you did that I found very funny was you tweeted, or you don't tweet, sorry. You Instagram posted about my Theo Von podcast appearance.
Sure did.
My Theo Von podcast appearance where you were like, oh, I can't believe Theo Von didn't actually ask him about his like dangerous anti-Semitism or any number of different things in the conversation, including, I think you talked about Rick Scott. Now, we did actually talk. Theo Von and I did actually talk about Rick Scott.
Let's pull that clip up,
I'm sure you didn't see that. But hold on. Let me finish. But what I found very strange about that was the fact that Theo Von, and I didn't even know this at the time, the day prior to me, had actually interviewed Candace Owens. I think you and I both agree that Candace Owens is an anti-Semite, right?
I think that he was on that 1-2 punch.
Okay.
Bam.
Do you think...
You hit him with that anti-Semitism, boy.
No, Ethan.
I think he was on the vibe.
As your former podcast co-host, do you think that I am anti-Semitic, one, and if you think I am, do you think I'm as anti-Semitic as Candace Owens?
So, yes, I think you're anti-Semitic at this point. I'm comfortable saying that. Are you as anti...
Point.
Well, let me finish.
Let me finish. You asked me 2 questions. And let's address
No.
what you think I'm doing that's anti-Semitic.
Hold the phone. You asked me 2 questions together. I'm going to answer both. You said, do you think I'm anti-Semitic? After talking to you so far today, I can say unreservedly yes. I think that you are more anti-Semitic than Candace Owens? No. But I think your form of anti-Semitism is way more destructive and sinister. Candace Owens is outright... Hold on there, Hasan. This is an important question.
You think I'm anti-Semitic now? Because 2 days ago you said I wasn't.
I'm gonna answer.
Okay.
Your form of anti-Semitism is way more insidious because it's silent, it's tricky. She's out there just saying what she believes, and I respect her for that. Nick Fuentes is just out there. Nobody knows that what's his stance on Israel. Candace Owens' stance on Israel. But you're tricky. What you do is deny the heritage of Middle Eastern Jews, stuff like that. You accuse them of being always the oppressor, always everything. And by the way, you spent the first part of this debate calling me insane for what I think most people would perceive as blatant, obvious anti-Semitic acts.
I don't think most people would look at what you're doing right now and
let's not worry about that.
Let's sign of mental sanity.
Well, we'll have time to pull the audience afterwards. So let's continue.
Okay. All right. Well, look. Going back to the Theo Von situation, and you said I'm anti-Semitic, right? yesterday you said, or 2 days ago, in the aftermath of the Sam Cedar conversation, you said, I'm not anti-Semitic. So what has changed in that process? Is it this conversation that you and I had?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Got it. All right.
Here's the clip, by the way. You accused me of not.
That it won't, is it?
You accused me of not mentioning that Theo Von did not ask you about Rick Scott. Let's go back and watch the clip.
Because, no, I said I didn't say.
Bro, you literally look like the dude from Beetlejuice. That's crazy. The small head guy.
Ethan, I use my words very carefully. I said in the Instagram story that you posted. I don't watch your stream that much. I don't. I only
in the
see
waiting room.
Bro,
that's crazy. Do you see the resemblance?
What?
You're this guy from Beetlejuice. In this photo, you have like the same coat and shit.
Yeah.
That's
you are a comedian.
I sure am, buddy. I see you laughing. All right. Anyway, so you accused me of misrepresenting what happened. Let's play the clip.
Right, $800 billion of Medicare and Medicaid that they want to cut. Mike Johnson goes on stage, says, goes on Caitlin Collins on CNN and says, "Oh, there's a lot of fraud happening." There's not fraud happening in Medicare and Medicaid on the point of the recipient.
Right.
It's happening on the point of the providers.
Right.
And that's why I got banned recently on Twitch yesterday. Because
Sorry about that one day.
Yeah. So you just got back.
Yeah, Libs of TikTok was like posting about how I said something.
Wait, what is this?
And they misconstrued it as though it was a call to action to assassinate a sitting
Wait, why are you
US
showing
senator.
me this?
Well, you're saying I didn't bring this up, or I'm saying that Theo didn't bring this up. He didn't. You brought it up, framed it in your own way to basically preempt a tough question.
Ethan, I said on the Instagram story that you posted about me, Dan, can you switch it back to Ethan?
Don't switch it back, Dan. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I'm switching it back.
Okay.
1 second.
All right. Thanks, Dan.
I know, man.
This looks ridiculous on my
sure
end.
does, buddy.
I'm sorry. Okay. So yeah, this was
and it's not just because of the video.
Pull up the post as well, but the post I was referring to was make sure Theo knows how you feel about hosting a terrorist adjacent content creator, and I believe there was another post about it or something. But again,
I said I said he was irresponsible to platform you and not ask you difficult questions.
Yeah. So the question I have for you once again is like he had Candace Owens on. Like, do you feel like that's a little bit more damaging in terms of spreading potentially anti-Semitic narratives, or do you think that anti-Semitism is when you feel bad personally, and that could be any number of different things that I've done in any given moment?
Yes, I think you were just as bad as her in your own special way, and that's why.
You
guys were hitting that same flavor.
Candace Owens,
yes,
on anti-Semitism in my own special way.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Very good.
Cool.
Very good. So let me ask you a question. Hasan, can I ask you a question?
Can you now officially not talk about like Frogan or anyone else and tell me why I'm anti-Semitic?
Well, we're kind of getting
2
there.
2 days ago, you said I wasn't, but
I
also for a year.
You're repeating yourself.
Well, I am, because you haven't answered this question.
I have literally answered it probably 2 times. The reason that I'm saying you're anti-Semitic is because how you responded to my question at the beginning of this interview.
Ethan, for an entire year, you called me a virulent anti-Semite, a rabid anti-Semite.
Never did.
You did. You did.
You
went
not.
back and forth.
I have actually went back and checked
you on it.
I had said that you spread anti-Semitism and stuff, but I never called you an anti-Semitic. I went back and checked.
So
You're lying.
Just simply spreading anti-Semitism.
Yeah, I mean, it's a difference.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Is about Habibi, not Sabr. You're conceding to the framing? Yeah, we're not conceding to anything. I don't want to even talk about the tier list anymore. Stop it. Okay.
Okay, let me ask you, my turn. Do you think it's appropriate to accuse? Do you think it's appropriate to accuse any Jewish person you disagree with of working with the ADL?
No.
Here, for example, is someone using it anti-Semitically.
You're saying that Ethan Klein and ADL in unison.
Hasan, let me finish. You're getting ahead of yourself, buddy.
Yes, I do. I do think that that's
you're getting ahead of yourself, man.
That's a valid thing to not only speculate, but also I stand on that for sure.
Hasan, I'm getting there. You're getting ahead of yourself, buddy. Here's an example of it being used in an anti-Semitic way. I'm sure you'll agree. Timeline on that doesn't make a lot of sense.
I heard you in the ADL.
What is this?
This is your fan who ran up on me on Rodeo.
Who the fuck is this guy? My fan?
Yeah. You remember?
Wait, is this the? Is this the guy?
Yeah, you remember.
Wait. No. This is the guy that you claimed was my fan, right? He was calling me the fucking.
I mean, there's a clip of being like, "Yo, I love this dude." Anyway, who cares if he's your fan or not?
No.
The point is,
Hold on.
No,
you brought this dude
up. It doesn't
up.
matter. I'm showing him as an example of you.
This dude up. It does matter.
Okay, fine. He's not a fan. I don't care.
You brought him up. Wait, what do you mean you don't care?
If I brought him up, Hasan, if I brought him up, let me finish my point.
That person is not a fan of mine. Why did you make it seem like that person was a fan of mine then?
Let me get to there, okay? You asked me. It's my turn to ask a question. Just because I brought him up doesn't give you the space to interject.
Is it because he rolled up to me
and
tried to fucking clout farm? Is that why?
Yes. Okay, thank you very much.
I was very clearly disturbed by his presence.
Hasan, I think you know where I'm going, and I think you're scared. Yeah,
can you answer the question? Why did you falsely claim that this fucking random dude who does
he
not
loves
like
you, that you're his favorite person in the world? What do you mean?
Wait.
All right, Hasan, here you go, buddy. Here we go. You wanted it. I've got it.
I love you. Can I give you a hug, bro?
I'm so sorry, bro.
I love you.
I'm so sorry.
I love you, bro.
I love you, bro.
You're like my hero, bro.
You're the GOAT.
You're the coolest guy in the world, bro.
Wow, how crazy.
Look gay in that.
I'm fucking. Is this another hysterical delusion?
Yes, it is, and I'm going to explain to you exactly why. Because
wow, dude, I love you. You're the GOAT, bro.
We spent a good deal of our time in the encampment. If you watch the unedited full live stream, we spent a good deal of the entirety of the encampment running away from him because he kept trying to ask me dumbass fucking questions.
Okay, but that's got nothing to do with he's a fan.
For his own dumbass podcast.
You're derailing this, and I need to.
I'm not derailing it.
You
it's
absolutely
not called derailing when I'm telling you I was there and I'm telling you the situation.
Very good.
You are nefariously making it seem as though this person is a massive fan of mine.
Do I need to play the clip again?
He was just trying to cloud chase.
I'll play it again. You know, I'm fucked.
You can play that clip again.
Oh my God.
Here, I'll add subtitles.
Can I give you a hug?
Can you play the clip where he openly admits he doesn't know who I am and asks people around? Because that also
you're my hero, bro. I love you.
You're the coolest guy in the world.
You're the coolest guy in the world.
Hold on, I think I look gay in that one.
I think I look gay in that one.
3, 2,
Ethan.
Yes, sir.
Ethan.
Mm-hmm. You okay?
If you think he was a fan of mine, why'd you call him a Sneeko fan when you interviewed him?
Because he's both. I mean, surely there's crossover.
Oh, there's a crossover.
Do I need to play the video again?
Okay,
I'll do it again. Fuck it.
My producer and my camera op, March. My producer and my camera op, March.
I'm so sweaty, bro.
There.
I'm so sweaty.
And he's in the chat right now.
You're my hero, bro. I love you, bro. You're the coolest guy in the world, bro. Hold on, I think I look gay.
Listen, he might not be a fan, but you can't accuse me of being delusional for saying that.
You are delusional.
Okay, very good. I'm delusional. Let me get to my point, please. I mean, I'm not even asking you to endorse this guy. I'm just simply showing you.
I don't endorse him.
I know you
and
don't.
He's not a fan of mine. So why did you claim that he was a fan of mine? Because he fucking
play it again.
chased.
I mean, I feel like we're running in circles, but I'll play the clip again.
Palestinian encampment. That's why. That's all it takes for you.
No, it was when he said, "You're the GOAT. You're my hero. I love you."
He didn't know who I was. He was just saying that so he could fucking ask for an interview for his podcast, for his PUA podcast.
Okay, who cares? I don't care. So let me move
now
on.
You don't
do you want to talk about this for 2 hours, or do you want to actually have a conversation?
Well, hold on. You can't just say you don't care all of a sudden when you look like a fucking asshole for falsely claiming that some random person who stalked you is a fan of mine. You said he was a fan of mine I believe in, one of your videos.
I lied about him being a fan
of mine, and I was sending harassment your way.
Yes, very good.
Don't you think that's a big point of contention? Don't you feel like this is a big point of contention?
I concede. I want to show you an example of.
Do you see my side of this though?
I think no. You're being dishonest.
A random Sneeko fan comes up to me.
A random Hasan fan comes up to you,
and wants the cloud chase, and you turn around. And you say that he is a fan of mine to prove a point, to make a false point to imply that I'm sending people to harass you.
That's not what I implied.
Like that's appropriate?
That's a total lie. I have never accused you of anything of the sort. That is an outright horrific.
You did not imply that this person that was a fan of mine was actually harassing you.
Yes. Now, that's a big logical leap, Hasan, from he's a fan of yours to you're sending people to harass me. That's fucking insane. And by the way, you are a liar. You know that, right?
Did he not harass you?
Bro, what are you talking about? Did you send him to harass me? No.
Did he harass you and then
Yes.
you imply in your
Okay, who
video
cares,
that he was
bro?
a fan of mine?
Go ahead. When you're done,
leading the audience to believe.
I'll wait.
Leading the audience to believe. Here, we have a clip, by the way, Dan. If you want to play this supposed fan of mine, since you guys are playing clips over there.
By the way, this was a while ago. He turned on you when he saw that you support trans rights. I know. He spoke ill of you.
No. Even before he actually
who cares?
meets me.
I'm not even mad. I don't care about this guy.
No, well, seemingly you care enough about it that you brought him up here and you used him.
You didn't even let me explain why I'm showing it.
You used him in the past to act like I was sending
Bro,
hate
you're
your way.
terrified because you know where this is going.
I have no idea where this is going. This has been a journey.
Well, how about you let me fucking speak, and then we can figure out. We can take the journey together.
Can you play this clip though?
So this clip is just an example. Not that you're endorsing him. Not that he's a fan.
Can you play? Dan, I sent you a clip.
I passed it along. It's out of my hands.
It's the
I'll play it.
introduction of this character onto the stream where he's like, "Who is this guy?"
I'll play it. Yeah.
Pothead or pot man. Is that it? Hey.
I could be on. Are you guys doing interviews? I'm Palestinian. I know I look Jewish.
He doesn't.
Oh no, we're just streaming.
Israeli. I look like Israeli.
We're just the guy. Normally the answer would be yes, but he's busy right now.
What are you guys doing?
You're not there.
We're just streaming.
It's live stream.
Oh, live streaming?
Yeah.
Dude.
You're not even in this clip, bro. What are you talking about? You're not even present.
Later.
You're out.
What?
You're out playing with swastika swords or something. You're not even in this clip.
Dude, why? Chat. I think he's showing it on his side. You're not seeing the clip. Yes. Yeah. He's
it's really
showing the clip.
Okay.
That is the first introduction of this character onto the broadcast, and he doesn't know who the fuck I am. He just sees cameras and goes, "Oh, I would like to do interviews with this person who is famous." It seems that was the whole point. The reason why I showed you that is because he was never a fucking fan. And then when he saw the full extent of my viewpoints, he started calling me the F slur. He's a Sneeko fan.
Hasan, in that clip, he doesn't see you. You're not there.
Ethan, he is a clout chaser and
Fine,
not a
bro.
fan.
I don't care. Who cares? Let me ask you a question.
I do care because
okay, very good.
I do care because you have made an inference.
Oh my
that is
God,
erroneous.
dude. You are dragging your feet on this topic, bro. It's getting ridiculous. Can we please move on?
That is ridiculous.
This clip you sent didn't prove me wrong at all. You're not there. And you were never there, Hasan. Okay, let's continue, please.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so this is an example of someone who I think is anti-Semitic. You probably agree with me on that, but I don't want to put words in your mouth. He's not a fan of yours.
I think that guy.
Yeah.
That, I mean, from what I've seen, any number of different things I've seen from that dude, I think he's like a right-wing dating coach or something.
Yeah, he is. Dating Money 101, baby. Like and sub. All right, so here he is using the ADL. He accuses me of being in the ADL, and I'll play it. Operation?
Okay.
I don't know, but I heard you survived it, and I heard you survived the Holocaust.
That timeline on that doesn't make a lot of sense.
I heard you're in the ADL, bro.
The ADL? No, I'm not. All right, so he says, I heard you're in the ADL, bro, which, like, obviously is, I perceive that as anti-Semitic.
I don't think you're in the ADL, Ethan, if that's what you're going to say.
Well, you said, and I'll quote a tweet that you made. Okay?
Yeah.
Go ahead. You said, I'll quote, he worked with the ADL to make Zionists a protected class on Twitch. Now, that is an outright lie.
I don't think it's an outright lie.
I worked with the ADL.
Took credit over it, didn't you?
Sorry. I worked with the ADL. What does that mean?
Yeah, as in like worked alongside. I don't think you're in the ADL.
Oh, that's what you meant when you said I worked with the ADL. I worked beside them, just incidentally together. You didn't mean that I worked with them privately to get people banned. Of course not.
No, I do think that.
Didn't you say you choose your words very carefully?
Alongside the ADL.
You just told me briefly ago, you choose your words very carefully, Hasan.
Not always. I'm famously.
Okay, we're walking that back. Sometimes I speak out the side of my mouth when I say you work with the ADL. So. Here you are again repeating the lie with Steiny on video. Go ahead. You had time
constantly come after me when his knows I'm not anti-Semitic and making these inferences that I am and like partnering with like the ADL and
partnering with the ADL. You want to unpack that one there, buddy?
Yeah. Again, working with partnering with the ADL. That is precisely what took place.
I have never spoken to the ADL, so what does that mean?
I'm not saying you directed the ADL
Do you know
to take
how
action.
silly you
Well, actually,
look?
you know what? I am kind of saying that. I am implying that you directed the ADL to take action.
Well, that's
you are a prominent.
That's a defamatory claim that has zero proof. And frankly, it sounds a little Jewish conspiratorial.
If I thought that you worked for the ADL, I wouldn't have
I've
said
not
you worked
spoken
with
to the ADL.
I would have said you worked for the ADL. Now, what's interesting to me, of course,
Hassan,
about this is that
I do not work with the ADL
for these bans.
Hasan, I do not work with the ADL.
You were a part of the mass smear campaign.
That is not working with the ADL. Would you say that,
falsely
I got nothing to do with the ADL. Blame Frogan for doing a racist fucking panel at TwitchCon that became a viral story independent of me.
Panel, Ethan, just like cracker is not an anti-white term, except public pressure clearly works on Twitch, and they make erroneous bans when they don't want people coming after them.
Here's Frogan repeating the same lie that you heard from you.
Pressure on numerous instances.
This is what she learned from you.
Everything in your power to push people to bully and harass me, including weaponizing propaganda organizations such as the ADL to get me banned off Twitch because I made a joke.
So she said I weaponized the ADL. You said I partnered with the ADL. You said I worked with the ADL, but you didn't mean that I spoke to them. You just meant that we were magically skipping along and happened to just, without even seeing each other, just working together in perfect harmony and love. And by the way, I'm pretty sure you're implying that I worked directly with them on this.
No, I don't.
Okay,
think you worked
you doubled down on
them.
it. You said that you do believe that, and I just want to let you know that that is a
No, I don't think you directly work with them. I think your goals are aligned on this. Yes, and
for Mr. Precise Words, say that. Don't say you're partnered with the ADL. Do you understand? You said partnered with the ADL. Me, a Jewish man, you accuse without any evidence at all of being partnered with the ADL. You're now trying to rewrite history and say I said you were working besides them. You are a liar.
What are you talking about?
You are a virulent fucking liar.
Ethan, did you or did you not take ownership over the bans?
I think, yeah, I might have. Does that mean that I'm working with the ADL?
Ethan?
Hey, Hasan, can I ask you a question? Are you working with the Neo-Nazi Party of America? Because they're also anti-Zionist. No, seriously. Are you working with the Neo-Nazi Group of America who's also anti-Zionist?
Ethan,
do you work with them? Are you affiliated with them? Are you partnered? Are you partnered with neo-Nazis? Or do you guys happen to have the same goal and are completely related?
Here's a parallel for you. Have I taken credit for a neo-Nazi anti-Semitic incident that took place? Because if the answer is yes, if neo-Nazis actually engaged in an action, neo-Nazis actually, not like your fucking hallucinations, something that we all agree, like neo-Nazis did an anti-Semitic incident and I took credit for it and I said, this is awesome. I'm glad that it happened. I made numerous videos so that they would do this. Yes,
I was on the tier list, bro.
In saying that,
it was literally targeting me. I was on the tier list. Why wouldn't I respond?
Ethan,
I don't have to be a member of ADL to respond to someone harassing me. Are you fucking
to my words,
dumb?
Please listen to my words.
I'm trying, but it's just fucking lies and filth and like empty air.
From your perspective, my association as a 10-year fighter of anti-Semitism, my association from your perspective with anti-Semitism is like something that is so laughable that I don't even know how to describe. Like you're like, oh, it's a swastika sword, but then you admit that it's not a swastika sword. That's how loose this association is. But on the other hand, I can't say that you have worked alongside
that's not what you said
in getting
you said I'm partnered with you are lying, you are rewriting, you are not taking accountability. You said I'm partnered with the ADL.
Ethan, I can't take accountability for your hallucinations.
Hasan, do you think that the normal reasonable person watching that will infer that we were just coincidentally working the same, or that I was working directly with them?
What do you think
the average person would conclude from saying I'm partnered with the ADL?
What do you think a normal, reasonable person would infer when they hear you,
bro? You are
Ethan
literally
Klein,
gaslighting me. It's so obvious what you meant.
Demanding the bans of Twitch streamers, and then after they are banned, you say, "I'm glad that they got banned. I take credit for it." What would a normal, reasonable person infer from that?
I was on the tier list, dude. I was responding to them. It wasn't like a fucking like. It wasn't like I went out of my way to get them banned. I responded to them. I was on the tier list. There's been 3 instances, I think, of, in my opinion, very credible accusations of anti-Semitism. You've accused me of hallucinating all 3 now, which is very convenient.
No,
and also,
because they're not credible. We are not in agreement. These are not credible allegations of anti-Semitism. These are hysterical hallucinations of a person who desperately wants all of his critics to be anti-Semites so he can feel
so
comfortable
glad this is on record.
in the unique position that he has created for himself.
I'm so glad this is on record. So you think?
Yeah, I'm glad you. Yes.
So you think that you think a reasonable person would hear you say he's partnered with the ADL? And not think that I was working directly with them?
I think a reasonable person will hear your own words and think that you probably worked directly inside of the ADL.
Have I ever mentioned the ADL?
I didn't even make that inference.
Have I ever mentioned the ADL?
You took credit.
Did I ever mention the ADL, Hasan? Answer the question.
It doesn't matter. You took credit for the ban that the ADL pressured.
Do I ever mention the ADL in my entire fucking career? Actually, I mentioned them once, but I didn't even know what they were. Frankly, if you have the thing, did I ever?
Yeah, it's a clip where you are saying,
okay,
I did that shit. I'll fucking take credit for it. You know who did that shit? The ADL did. You are taking credit for something that the ADL did. I'm not even making that inference.
Well,
You're
they attacked me.
Which one do you think? What do you think the average person would think in this situation when you are saying that you did that shit? And it's the ADL's pressure that caused these people to be banned for such a ridiculous,
being silly. I don't care. Listen,
not anti-Semitic thing at all.
I was being silly. They attacked me. I responded. Do I know?
I know who? Silly.
Yeah.
My bad. Okay. Well, all right. I guess we can move on.
Do I
then.
think
Now
I got
you're
them
being silly.
banned? I don't know. Who knows? I think that
you got a Jewish content creator alongside multiple Arab content creators banned off the platform for 30 days.
There's a reason they call him token,
and then the
my
ADL
friend.
actually reacted.
You spend time being a token, you're going to get spent.
But it was just silly. Fuck them.
You want to cash in on your Jewish friends anymore? Or can we move on?
Am I what?
Would you like to cash in on your Jewish friends more, or can we move on?
Cash in on my Jewish friends.
That's right. Do you know any Jewish people that aren't anti-Zionists?
Yes.
Who?
I'm not going to review. I don't want to. They're normies.
Okay.
I don't want to dox them.
You're lying.
No, I'm not.
Yes,
I'm not lying.
You're absolutely lying.
Dog, I live in West Hollywood. Do you think I'm not around Zionist Jews? What are you talking about?
Do you pass Jews on the street? Yes. Are you friends with?
No, I'm friends. Yes.
Okay.
I am.
I don't believe you.
And they've treated me with much more dignity than you have, as a matter of fact.
Well, yeah, because they're not on the receiving end of an insane fucking harassment
I can have a more normal conversation with them than you, seemingly.
All right, so you think that
they would most likely
just
laugh
to recap
at all of this.
Just to recap here, so we can move on. I mean, did the random Zionist Jews that are treated you so kindly, did they have CPS show up to their house or skulls sent to their house?
Ethan, I didn't do that.
Ethan.
I didn't say you did that.
I don't know why you're bringing that up.
I know you don't, but
that
you're
has
acting
nothing to do with me.
Part of your shtick, Hasan, is acting obtuse when you're caught in the corner.
Okay. All right. You've dominated the conversation so far. I think we should get back to some stuff that
I agree. Let's just summarize.
No. Look, can we just get back to Israel Palestine,
it's
please?
very quick.
Like you
I just
want to
put a cap on this. Just a cap.
And making these
you're doing the
that
thing
I
that I'm so
and
critical of you on.
Partnering with like the ADL and
you says so. Just to put a cap on this, and we'll move on. You said I am quote partnered with the ADL, which you now claim was just you didn't mean that I was working with them. You mean that we had the same goal. Okay, very good. We'll see how that plays. Go ahead. What's your question?
Okay.
You okay?
It's interesting because you're currently doing the thing that I'm criticizing you on, where you are looking at a situation that you recognize is a genocide, and your only consideration and your only concern.
That's not my only concern. I care about multiple things, my friend.
Yes, you can, but these are really stupid things to care about, Ethan.
I mean, that's easy for you to say. You're the one being accused of it. Let's just let's ask the accused how serious their crime is. fucking brilliant.
Ethan.
O.J. Simpson, do you think that this is a serious court
Do you
case?
think that
No, I don't.
Well,
fucking there it is. Let's let him
Do you
free.
think that the Sabra Hummus' shit tier is akin to O.J. Simpson killing someone?
No, obviously not. You're being obtuse
Then why
again.
are you bringing up stupid fucking
Because you're accused.
parallels?
You are saying that the accused, right, can dictate how serious the accusations are.
Okay. All right. Ethan.
I'm partnered with the ADL. Remember what you said.
You have in the past talked about your pro-Palestinian bona fides. You have
What do you mean
talked
bona
about how you
fides?
gave
Can you-
my fundraiser. What?
Sorry, what do you mean by bona fides?
Like you've claimed that you are a stalwart ally of the Palestinian cause.
Correct.
You tried to also say this to Sam Cedar as well.
Mm-hmm.
You brought forward the fact that you had given $6,500 in your context puke
Mm-hmm.
that you did as a further indication that you are pro-Palestinian. Even though you then turned around and actually criticized additional fundraisers that had taken place, like the Creators for Palestine charity that generated $1.3 million, including the fundraiser that you initially had given $6,500 to as a reason for why you were such a staunch ally. Why did you turn around and say that pro-Palestinian fundraisers are actually completely irrelevant in the grand scheme of things and completely useless? Do you think that pro-Palestinian charities are simply there to make yourself feel like you're pro-Palestine? Do you feel like $6,500 was enough for you to spend the rest of the year actively deplatforming pro-Palestinian content creators?
I'll answer your question.
Right.
So I claimed when talking about, now, by the way, this is something I criticize you for, which is, being obtuse, mischaracterizing arguments, and basically just being a prolific liar. So here's what the conversation was about, right? I was talking about how when you're talking about activism, raising money isn't the most important thing because it can only do so much. There's other ways to do effective activism, like protesting, et cetera, working with Palestinian organizations. So I'm just saying, my point was not that.
But you wanted me to be deplatformed
Let me
as a
finish.
virulent anti-Semite, and I've done all of those things.
My point was that not that raising money is bad or dumb or pointless, as you erroneously claim I said. My point was that it's not the most effective thing in the world, and there's other things. It's probably like the least effective form of advocacy you can do. That was my opinion.
I don't think that's the case, and I don't think that the Palestinians that
What's not the
received
case?
those.
What I said or what I claim?
No, your claim is wrong.
Okay, that's fine.
In terms
You
of
can
the
disagree.
fundraisers not being important.
That's fine.
So we've established that you claim to be pro-Palestine, and yet you've spent all of the genocide coverage criticizing
Attacking people that
who
harass
are
me.
fundraising, creating, working with Palestinian organizations.
I never said it's not important.
Interviewing Palestinians from Gaza.
Hassan, being an advocate for Palestine does not absolve you of criticism. Stop with the silliness.
Claiming that they are anti-Semitic. No, this does not. Because your criticisms are ridiculous. That's
kind of up to other people to decide at this point.
Your criticisms are in your own mind. Like you have hallucinated an alternative
By the way, gaslighting,
reality.
anti-Semitic trope. This is what dog whistles are. You whistle to other people, and it's subtle enough that you have plausible deniability, so that when you get accused of being anti-Semitic, you can call the accuser crazy, which is exactly what you're doing. You are a fucking anti-Semite, and you've been caught out 3 different times calling me crazy for very viable, very credible examples of anti-Semitism that you should at least be able to admit are at least not insane. Maybe a misunderstanding, but not insane. But no, according to you, they're all hallucinations. So go ahead and tell me why you're not dog whistling.
Yes, because people having an issue with your statements and with your coverage on, as a prominent content creator with a relatively progressive audience, your coverage has entirely focused on
wrong.
your own personal feelings.
Not entire.
And a lot of misplaced paranoia from people who are
There you go,
criticizing
dog whistle.
You literally think.
Can we get a whistle soundbite every time he calls me paranoid or hallucinating?
Anti-Semitism.
You got a
That's not
whistle?
the case. I used to like you. I don't know anymore. And I don't think it's because of
I know.
anti-Semitism.
I definitely
didn't,
don't like you.
Anti-Semitism.
Let me stand on
for 2
business and say
years.
I think you're a terrible person and a liar, and I don't like you at all.
I know. I still wish you well. I do. I wish you well, and I really do.
I wish
hope.
everybody well. Everybody be well.
No,
all right, let's move on. You got it. You want any more? Call me crazy or hallucinating again? Is that all you got?
I don't even need to do that. I think you're doing that all on your own.
We'll see.
To be fair.
Yeah, we'll see. So do you want to tell me what is your evidence that I work with or talk to or have any association with at all with Destiny?
What? Destiny? What?
What? What? The guy that I talk about fucking obsessively 100 times a day that is like basically like the Antichrist, the Lord Voldemort in my community? Yeah, you accuse me of working with him, knowing him, talking to him. What is your evidence for that?
Thank you for asking.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Not only is there video footage of you corresponding with someone in your Discord that literally aligns perfectly with Destiny's own Discord, offering clips for you to pull.
That sounds like a stretch.
You've also used clips that are unlisted called Hamasabi when making arguments about my virulent anti-Semitism.
Who gives a fuck? I pulled a clip
link that came from a Destiny fan account.
So that's your proof that I work with Destiny.
None of that is relevant.
Okay.
What's relevant is your constant coordination with Destiny's podcast co-host Dan Saltman, who you featured on your Context Nuke. So yeah, I don't think it's that ridiculous of a fucking assertion to make, especially when considering the fact that you have been corresponding with Dan Saltman, and he is Destiny's podcast co-host, and the what does he call himself? The general of the Hezbollah, I think that's what they call themselves, the Taliban and the Hezbollah, their mass harassment operation that they engage in. So yeah, I think that is not a ridiculous fucking claim to make at all.
It's actually insane, and it's a really convenient way of discrediting me when I've never spoken to,
I think
worked
you're doing
with,
enough
talked
to
about
discredit
Destiny
yourself
in my
all on your own.
life.
I don't need to bring that
up. It's a really
up.
nice way of you. You know what? I think you're hallucinating, buddy. I think you are you pulled a meme from his subreddit once. And there was a guy in your Discord that's also in his Discord. I think you're hallucinating.
I didn't say any of those things.
You sound fucking unhinged, dude. Are you crashing out, Hasan?
Ethan, I didn't.
Hasan, are you crashing out?
I gave you.
Do you have friends who are aware of the condition and can help you get the help you need?
Okay, Ethan.
You're delusional.
You featured Destiny's podcast.
I said he discovered the IP ban. Is that not true? I said Dan Saltman discovered the IP ban. That's all I said. I didn't endorse. I didn't. All I said is he discovered the IP ban. Is that true? Is that materially true?
I don't think so.
It is.
I think someone in Destiny's community did it, but it's fine. Yeah.
So how is that an endorsement?
Ethan, are you claiming that you don't have direct
whenever you're trying to avoid
Ethan?
Hasan, are you hallucinating?
Ethan,
Hasan,
do you not correspond with Destiny's podcast co-host Dan Saltman?
I've talked to Dan Saltman, but also I don't think that that's Destiny, is it?
Yeah, no, that's just his podcast co-host and is perfectly aligned with him and uses his community to brigade, and also has literally tried to blackmail people in Destiny's own community. I don't really
fucking care because that's not Destiny, is it?
Literally unearthing sex crimes that he did.
Man,
do you feel like that's a good person to align with?
I'm not endorsing him.
You now openly admit.
I'm not endorsing him at all. I just said I've spoken to him.
No, yeah, you're not endorsing him. You're just getting information from him.
Have you ever spoken to somebody you don't endorse? I mean, what kind of silly bullshit are we doing here?
Certainly.
Well, there you go.
Oh my God, I don't endorse. I'm speaking to one right now.
You talked to Dan Saltman. You're fucking outed as a Destiny's best friend.
Ethan, you're the one who admitted that just now.
I said I've spoken with Dan Saltman, not that I'm a Destiny collaborator, which is what you claim, which is an outright, pathetic, provably wrong lie. And this is part of your disinformation campaign to delegitimize my points without ever having to address them. And isn't that convenient? You never have to address anything I say because you can just say, Ethan's friends with Destiny. Ethan's hallucinating.
Ethan, I don't think I need to. I didn't bring up Destiny. You did.
Yeah.
Also,
because you lied about me for 2 years working with them.
2 years.
That's right. Hasan, listen.
Ethan, this is kind of embarrassing.
Year and a half.
To admit. but I defended you both to my community and in general because I thought that you were a lot more open-minded until
what have we disagreed on?
The December
what have we disagreed
on?
I'm sorry. What am I not open-minded about? What have we disagreed on, Hasan, other than me criticizing you and your friends? What have I said against the Palestinian people? Go ahead. What do we disagree on?
What we are disagreeing on is what you choose to focus on.
Does that seem
and
significant?
What you think is the major point of contention here?
Well, that's first of all, I'm what I choose to focus on is certainly something you can critique.
A little frivolous.
But does that justify like lying about me continually for a year and a half just because you don't like where I'm focused? That seems immaterial.
Lying about what?
About me being a Destiny fan, about hallucinating, sweeping for your anti-Semitic friends, lying about context, saying that my video's out of context without watching it. Hasan, take your time.
Do you feel like your video wasn't out of context?
Absolutely
wasn't a clip
not.
Compilation of a 2-hour sequence of out of context clips?
You want to do this? What's out of context?
Okay.
Name one thing. Go ahead, read the chat. Someone will send you on Discord.
No. I have it readily available.
Well, I'll wait.
One of the major points that you made that I've seen through other people's coverage of it so far is that I deny rapes happening on October 7. Okay? That I deny rapes happening on October 7. There's a clip of you when you first encounter that statement where you are actually understanding of my position until your wife stops you and says, that's inappropriate. You literally say, oh, he's saying the likelihood of rapes happening does not justify genocide, which you agree a genocide is happening.
Uncontested.
Ever since then, though, months later, you still chose
her
to
name
use
is
that
Hila, by
clip
the way,
that is
Hasan.
14
I don't
seconds
know
long
why
out
you
of
referred to her
context.
as my wife. I find that a little chauvinistic, frankly. You know who she is. You know her well. You've begged for Teddy Fresh from her many times. So, like, yeah, you know who she is. You've written her emails
Hila.
asking for clothing. Her name is Hila.
I mean,
so
yeah,
why don't
that's
you say
fine.
that?
Okay.
Who goes, oh, your wife? Like, she's not. She has no. She's just like, oh.
I wasn't. Can you respond to what I was saying?
Yes, absolutely. With great pleasure, I will respond.
Why is it that you initially understood the full context until Hila stopped you
Very
and
good.
said,
He said it.
no.
I'll answer. Would you like me to answer? That's one example of many. Seeing your response in the totality of all the responses shows that you do deny the rapes that happened on October 7th. In fact,
the totality of all my responses.
In fact, you had promised me, and I know you would never lie to me, that you would watch the context puke with me. So why don't we pull up that bit there, and we can see how out of context it is.
Boom. Do it.
Great. Someone pulling that, Dan? How you doing? I'm waiting for the link. You good?
Am I? Oh yeah, I'm great. I don't think this is going the way you perceived it to be going. But
sure. I mean, you're reading your chat. Do you think that's the most accurate way?
I'll be honest with you. I was gonna be. I was thinking about being a lot more stern initially, but this has turned into the last conversation that we had, where I am trying to gently nudge you in the direction of sanity.
Ethan, I want you to really understand. You're crazy. You're crashing out. You're hallucinating, my friend. Come sit over here. You know what I mean? Don't ignore the swastika. Ignore the accusations of working with the ADL with no credibility. Ignore the tier list with fucking Ben Shapiro and Ethan. Come sit here. You're hallucinating. Oh, thank you so much for. You know what? Thank you, Hasan. That's so kind of you. How fucking genuine of you to take off the baby gloves. You fucking liar.
I mean, this is.
You are a prolific liar, bro. Where's the link? Just control F for.
The reason, for the record, the reason why I don't like to bring Hila into the conversation is because I'm addressing my concerns with you, and I don't think that it's appropriate for me to, extend the lens of criticism to other people. I mean,
that's a little silly considering you're like, well, actually, it was Hila who influenced your opinion, the evil IDF lady. Anyway.
Okay. While we're waiting for the clip.
No, I got it. Deny the violent rapes that took place. That is way beyond the pale.
Hold on, I'm grabbing another soda, but I'm hearing you. There is one instance in captivity.
Chair react.
That we have.
I'm not going to let you chair react to me, buddy. You grab that Dr. Pepper. I'll wait.
No, I said I'm listening to you. Don't worry. I was just grabbing another soda. Go ahead.
On the pale.
Is that there is one instance in
Did you
captivity.
put a
Hamas headband on me?
I sure did.
There is one instance in captivity that we have actually gotten verifiable evidence on. Beyond that, the systematized mass rapes that Hamas dealt on October 7, not a single bit of that has been verified. And people still run with it over and over and over again.
Many young people who were simply attending a music festival. Women were horribly raped.
I can't see myself, by the way, if you're showing my reaction.
You're giggling. You're giggling. It's so funny.
Has a right to defend
no, I'm
itself.
not giggling.
You sure are.
Bro, what rapes did Hamas do? What are you talking about?
What rapes did Hamas
Stop
do?
Anti-Semitism account that considered me to be anti-Semite of the week has also been hallucinating rapes once again, doing rape fantasies once again because they're fucking mentally ill.
Hamas has committed.
That's something you go to a lot. You notice that? Call people mentally ill. Find that odd. Probably should revise that. I don't know if that's kosher for leftist values.
Horrific acts
I'm not,
of sexual
I'm not exactly
violence.
I'm not exactly doing a lot of stuff that's kosher for leftist values in general.
So you have no problem weaponizing mental health.
When someone is hallucinating, I think it's appropriate to say that.
By your authority, I will decide who's hallucinating. Hasan.
And girls.
Watch this.
Horrific acts of sexual violence.
Ethan.
Hasan, I am so sorry. You promised that we would watch this. I pulled it up. Now sit silently and enjoy.
Okay. But I got the point. You're saying that you're showing clips of me. You're showing clips of me saying that
women
someone
and girls,
is
men and boys
what?
Slaughtered after enduring sexual violence. The deadliest day for the Jewish people.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much. So that's the other part of this problem that many people that can't contend with. Like,
I can't believe how quickly leftists go from believe all women to pics or it didn't happen. There you go, Hasan. What do you got?
Pics or it didn't happen.
That's
great commentary, by the way. Okay.
I mean, it's pretty apt.
Okay. So let's talk about it. You did actually, I'm surprised, you did actually show my findings on the UN committee report that came out.
The one that you misrepresent continually? That you fucking continually lie about the conclusion?
Report. Wait, what did I misrepresent about the UN
preliminary report?
Go ahead,
you tell me what it said.
The UN preliminary report was not an investigative report. Like, for example, the investigative report that came out about Israel's systematized sexual assaults that was 49 pages long.
Horrible. What a horrible thing that was.
Yeah.
Unironically.
Absolutely.
Just unacceptable.
The level of evidence in a preliminary report is only enough to actually create an actual investigation. The problem is Israel has denied an actual investigation to take place. Israel has told the United Nations that they are not allowed to do an actual investigation and to simply listen to what they have to say. Now, not only is Israel...
There are literally women who have said, I was raped.
Do you feel like the Israeli government lies?
Do you? I mean, all governments lie. I'm not going to defend Israel.
I agree.
You said there's women that come out and said, I was raped.
What?
There are women on the record, on video, saying I was raped.
Like you're saying, you're saying there are multiple women that are on the record saying I was raped.
Correct.
There is, as far as I understand,
one
instance in
course,
captivity.
As far as you understand, because you don't give a fuck about the reality,
directed by Hamas. What?
Well, of course, that's as far as you can conclude because you don't give a fuck about the truth. You just want to do propaganda, remember?
Ethan.
Hasan. Please, calm down.
Okay.
You're getting worked up.
I don't know why you're behaving in such a childish manner when we are actually talking about finally some serious stuff. Okay?
Well, okay.
Okay. In terms of the UN preliminary report and the findings, okay, there is a clear-cut lack of evidence for any forensic examination to take place due to the incompetence of the Israeli government and specifically the organization Zakah that spent most of its time in the immediate aftermath of October 7 taking bodies out of body bags and putting them into Zakah branded body bags. This was reported by Haaretz as well. They polluted the evidence pool. Okay? That's number one. Number two, numerous people that came out and offered eyewitness testimony have since then been discredited, also according to Haaretz reporting.
Which article?
What's
the Haaretz article that accuses victims of sexual assault of lying about it? Go ahead and link me that one. And by the way, while you look for that,
no, not victims of sexual assault, Ethan. I'm using my words very carefully.
Right.
Not
of course,
victims
I remember
of
you do
sexual
that.
assault. Not victims of sexual assault. Eyewitness testimony initially provided that led people to believe that there were sexual assaults that were taking place.
Show me the source.
Were then discredited.
Show me the source. By the way, Hasan, while you look for that, I'm assuming that you're quoting the UN Representative Secretary General on Sexual Violence and Conflicts report, right? This is one everyone refers to. Now, are you aware how these kind of papers work? They do a very precise conclusion at the end that summarizes the main thesis and points driven home in the article. That's what the conclusion is. Let me read it for you. Overall, based on the totality of information gathered from multiple and independent sources at different locations, there are reasonable grounds to believe that conflict-related sexual violence occurred at several locations across the Gaza periphery, including in the form of rape, gang rape, during the October 7th, 2023 attack. Credible, circumstantial information which may be indicative of some forms of sexual violence, including genital mutilation, sexualized torture, cruel, inhuman, and degrading treatment, was also gathered.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So I'm gonna walk you
Are
through
they
this real quick.
hallucinating?
No. So you just don't know what words mean. So credible circumstantial evidence. Do you know what that means?
It means that there's, yeah, of course.
Credible circumstantial evidence is not a substitute for forensic evidence. Credible
That's why I said Pixar didn't happen, bro.
Not
You need
enough
rape
to
kits.
prosecute.
Hassan needs
Credible
rape kits.
circumstantial evidence is not enough.
Pixar
to
didn't happen, right?
Prosecute rape, which is precisely the reason why the Israeli prosecutors themselves have said that in the absence of a singular victim coming out, and also with all of the forensic evidence that has been tarnished already.
Show me evidence for anything you're saying.
What?
It's not. Show me evidence for anything you're claiming that isn't some unhinged freak on Twitter. Believe all
This is
women,
not an
hey?
unhinged freak on Twitter.
Hey, are we
This is,
believing all
again,
women
there's also
unless
an
they're
article that
Israeli?
you can-
Right after October 7th Hamas attack in Israel, Zakah, the disaster victim identification volunteers, were among the first civilians responding on the scene. Zakah is an Israeli rescue and recovery organization primarily staffed by ultra-Orthodox Jewish volunteers, known for their work in collecting human remains for proper burial according to Jewish law. I think what happened is, a lot of what happened is that, obviously you don't rape someone and then keep them alive, right? So most of them were murdered, and a lot of the forensic evidence...
I'm sending Dan the PBS article about how two debunked accounts of sexual violence on October 7th fueled a global dispute over Israel-Hamas war. This is from May 22nd, 2022. This is about the witness testimony that was discredited. Okay,
but so even if one account was discredited, there's many.
No, it's not one account; it's two accounts. But the rest
there's
of
way more than two accounts. Hey, Hassan, you know what you're doing? You're like, this girl lied about being raped, therefore all these women need to be questioned. That's actually what you're doing. You're saying Pixar didn't happen. I don't believe women if they're Israeli.
Can you point me to actual to victims that came out?
Yes.
Because as far as I understand, Israeli police have asked victims and witnesses to testify about Hamas and sexual violence in the aftermath of October 7. And it seems like their investigations were inconclusive because by the admission of the Israeli prosecution,
show me evidence of anything you're saying.
They openly said that there were no victims that came out.
Yeah, let me guess. You read it on Haaretz.
You don't wait. Do you think that Haaretz is not a credible institution
it is, but
of
you
journalism at this point?
No, but you guys lean on that. You just lie about what it says because
What do
it
you mean,
sounds
you
credible.
guys? Who is you guys?
You and all of your fucking dumbass cohorts that do the same typical rhetorical tools to just say whatever the fuck you want without ever having to back it up or knowing what you're talking about in the least bit. So show me the evidence. Haaretz boy.
I sent the
Swastika boy.
debunked narratives, and also here is the Israeli prosecutor Morangetz has acknowledged that 50 months after the events of October 7, 2023, Israel has still not identified any victims in which a case can be brought against an alleged perpetrator of a sexual attack.
They're all dead.
The admission is in line with a complete lack of any credible evidence regarding incidents of sexual violence, which is particularly notable when these claimed. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this foundation is, but there is news reporting on this. I don't know why someone sent me this link of this.
Do you think what is your point? What you said doesn't change anything. You're talking about. Do you think that they raped people and then didn't kill them?
You said that there are victims. Can you give me the names of the victims?
Yes.
I will. First of all, I am not in the business of denying rape. If there are victims that have come forward in this process,
I will play it for you.
As I've said, there was an instance of sexual assault that took place in captivity, and it was not the systematized rape that was directed by Hamas, as the New York Times' erroneous reporting that did not meet its own standard, its own editorial standard, as a matter of fact, written by a person who literally was taken off the editorial board, taken off the actual paper for some of her insane tweets about Gaza. None of these, like, there's a lot of stories surrounding this, but I'm not in the business of fucking denying rape. So if you have
only if there's
credible evidence, please present it, and I will admit that I'm wrong. Give me the names.
Yeah. There's a video. Hold on.
Is the video from Screams Without Violence? Is that where you're gonna? Is that where you're gonna present?
No, it's not from that. There's one recently of a woman testifying. I think it was either in the UN or to Congress. She's sitting on a bench. She's talking to a mic, and she's speaking in English. Yeah, we'll get there. But like, yeah, I mean, what's your problem with Sheryl Sandberg's documentary?
Sheryl Sandberg has also been accused of sexual harassment herself, but outside of that,
what the fuck does that have to do with what's written in her documentary?
Her documentary is basically the unsubstantiated claims, that some of which were directly found to be incorrect. Mm-hmm. But not only is it unsubstantiated claims, it's just a recycling of the same Screams Without Violence, the Screams Without Words article that the New York Times wrote that didn't even meet its own editorial standard. Okay? We're having this conversation. You seemingly act like you care about sexual violence taking place against Israelis. Meanwhile, one of the hostages that actually was returned in the early stages did get raped by an Israeli fitness instructor.
You know,
I have not seen you talk about that. I have not seen you talk about the
Israeli
pro-rape
a crime that an Israeli did unrelated to the conflict.
Israel
Do you
had
find it
a
interesting?
January
There's something that
style. Israel had a January 6th style pro-rape riot where a bunch of rabid right-wing.
Do you think I'm defending this? Why I'm not defending this.
The prosecutor's office and forcibly, with guns, took out 6 concentration camp prison guards from the Sede Taman facility that had actually raped numerous Palestinians on camera.
Are you done grandstanding?
Footage,
here's a victim
one that they raped to death.
Are you done? Here's a victim you asked for. Here we go. This is from, I think there was an even more recent one than this, but where's the audio? Fuck. Hold on, let me unmute.
Unable to move and had to ask for permission to use the bathroom. In that house, I was sexually assaulted by the Hamas terrorist who had guarded me. He forced me to go to the shower and entered the room, pointed his gun at me. He was breathing heavily and had a monstrous beast-like face. He meticulously planned his assault, scheming and waiting for the moment to have his way. He kept asking me private sexual questions while sitting next to me in his underwear, lifting my shirt, touching me, and constantly asking me when my period would be over.
Sorry, just to butt in here. Is she lying yet or no? Is she lying or hallucinating?
Ethan, have I ever said that rapes did not take place?
Well,
at least according to one credible personal testimony in captivity, not on October 7, but in captivity?
Kind of, yeah. Yes.
Over.
You're doing it right now.
What do you mean?
I knew
kind
exactly
of?
what he was planning to do.
You literally
and yet I couldn't do
featured-
anything to prevent
Wait, pause it for a second.
No,
I
listen
was
to what she has to say,
utterly
Hassan.
When the assault was over.
Hassan, don't silence her. Let her fucking talk.
I wasn't even allowed
No,
to
because you're acting like this never happened, that it's exaggerated, that
mentioning
everybody's
my
lying,
acknowledgement
that
in the
Israelis
video
are just
that you
inherently
played.
evil monsters that are responsible for everything bad that's
Ethan,
ever happened.
you
Listen to her.
acknowledged-
cry
Ethan,
or to be
you
sad.
Listen to her words.
I had no one to comfort me and was forced to act nice
Listen to
the person who had
my
just
words.
sexually
Listen to this
assaulted
victim.
me
Show her
in the
some
most
respect, Hassan.
horrifying way.
Oh, it's so gross
Not a
the way
day
you're
goes
doing
by
this.
that I don't think about
Yeah, it's
what
gross.
that terrible man did to
It
me.
is. You're
We were held
you're
in such
Show
inhumane
respect, bro.
conditions.
brother. That is fucking
no person
gross.
should ever be subjected
Dan,
to
pull
such
the fucking
brutal and
plug on
ruthless
this. Holy
treatment.
shit.
Now,
You really have no problem speaking over a rape victim when they're Israeli.
Dude, you don't give a fuck about rape. Look, what are you doing? Look at what you're doing. I never said that no one ever got sexually assaulted in
First
captivity
male
in the
rape
hands
survivor of Hamas on
militant.
October
I
7th.
literally said in the video,
A man who was stripped naked and raped by Hamas on October 7th has revealed for the first time how he was spat on and humiliated as his murderous rapist laughed. The victim, only identified as Initial D, is the first man to speak about the sexual assault he and others experienced when Hamas elite, the Nakba unit massacred, kidnapped, and raped innocent people enjoying the Supernova music festival. They pin you down to the ground. You try to resist. They take off your clothes, laugh at you, humiliate you, spit on you. Said the victim, who's hold on.
Okay, listen to me. Listen to my
They
words.
touch my
very
private
carefully,
parts, they
because
rape
you're not going through this in a dignified way, and I think it's very gross. What you're doing here is simply weaponizing
Bro,
a victim
you are so
as a
pathetic.
fucking prop. A victim that I also acknowledged. Okay?
Silence.
And you know
In
I
new
acknowledged
footage,
it because you posted it in your video that
Here it
you
is.
just showed me.
Here's the clip.
Reveals that sexual assault and rape was a regular component of the life as a hostage in Gaza.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
Hassan, maybe you would like to call her a liar. Please, go right ahead.
You're doing it matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
There are dozens of testimonies from witnesses, most of who
Dozens
were in
of
hiding
testimonies.
and heard.
Oh,
or
yeah. Ethan,
Are you
in the
denying
beginning,
that?
You said,
And each-
in the beginning, I'm going to use my words very carefully
there's
here.
more
In the
stories
beginning,
coming
you
out.
said
There's
on
a
October
UN
7th,
report.
there were numerous victims of sexual violence that you said, not me, you said that there were numerous victims of sexual violence that actually came forward. So I ask you for names of the numerous victims of sexual violence
Showing you
on
people.
October 7th. Because
wait, hold on,
I
hold on,
never
hold on.
said that
You're
there
saying
was no
only-
sexual
wait, what?
assault that took place.
Wait,
I,
you're
as a
saying they
matter of
have to
fact,
have been on
looked
Oct-
at that
what?
report. I looked at that same UN report and said that there was valid, credible, firsthand testimony on sexual assault.
I
that
wish
took
you
place
had the
in
energy
captivity.
you have
That was not on October
for
7th.
the Israelis raping people. As I wish you had the same energy for the fucking Palestinian terrorists raping people. I wish you had the
Because
same energy.
I can't invent rapes. You have not given me any names. What are
I'm
you
showing
talking
you
about?
people and names. What do you mean?
What do you mean? What's with my
to
people
deny
and
the
names?
suffering
I don't
and trauma of
understand.
the victim.
If there are
Just
victims,
because you need your
you
heroes.
say
You know what?
believe women.
This is not going anywhere. Let's just move on. Yeah, let's just.
What do you mean? You can't just
I mean,
let's
I gave
just
you
move
two.
on from this. This is a major point of contention. You have falsely
just
smeared me
exhausted.
as a rape denier when you yourself, the one evidence
You deny
the
mass
one
rapes happened, and you're doing it right now.
The instance of sexual
I showed
violence in
two. I just
captivity
showed you two.
that we know of up until this
Just
point.
showed you two.
You and I both agree on.
I showed you
know
two.
that I agree with that. You know that I've talked about it. You know
No, you
that I've
deny
acknowledged
mass rapes
it,
happened,
and yet
not that rapes happened.
what?
You deny that mass rapes happened, not that rapes
Yes.
happened. Listen to my words.
Yes, I do.
Okay,
I do
good.
deny
Well, there
it
you go.
Because there is no evidence. And
I just
for the
showed you
record,
two.
The clips that you used, ironically
Actually, I
enough,
showed
the
you
reason why I
three.
say it's out of context is because at that point, I personally took a position where I said very carefully and very deliberately that mass rapes that are directed by Hamas did not happen. There was no evidence for this whatsoever.
Four survivors told authorities they were sexually assaulted on October 7th. Report. First-hand account of such crimes have been rare, as most
And
victims
not
were
only-
killed. Hassan. Report
Do you
follows
feel-
earlier
Wait,
testimony from a man
okay.
who said he was raped by terrorists at the Nova Festival. 4 people have told authorities that they were sexually assaulted by terrorists on October 7th. Channel 12 reports. on Thursday, adding to a growing body of evidence of the systemic sexual assault committed by Hamas. Unlike most of the previous evidence of sexual assault on October 7th, which was largely based on eyewitness testimony, the Channel 12 report is notable because it is based on firsthand accounts of victims. You can yawn all you want. Firsthand testimony of such crimes has been rare because the victims have been killed. Dipshit.
Okay, Ethan,
they fucking kill them. According to the report, 4 individuals approached the welfare minister with their
sorry, no way to actually examine.
Sorry, talk about being gross. Listen to these victims.
When someone is murdered, there's no way to do forensics evidence
Bro,
to actually
you know
conclude,
the fucking answer to that.
Actually conclude
because
that person
you know
was
that
sexually
Jews,
assaulted.
you know that the religious organization that is first responders that you cited has a policy of burying the bodies to avoid disgracing them. That's
Ethan, you
what
just
happened.
said dozens of victims came out in that
I'm
article,
reading
and I
you.
don't know
What are
where
you
that article
doing,
is
bro?
from.
I'm showing you the evidence that you're wrong
in that
right
article.
now. According to the report, 4 individuals approached the welfare ministry with their accounts of what happened to them during the Hamas onslaught, which saw blah, 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 1,200 people killed and 250 kidnapped. The report followed a separate Channel 12 story on Wednesday that provided firsthand testimony from a man who said he was raped by terrorists at the supernova, where hundreds of people were killed. Are these all lying? There are 5 people here. There's 3 that approached the ministry and 1 man who said he was raped. Are these all liars?
I don't know. I don't think they are. I have
Okay,
no
so then what
reason
the
to believe
fuck
that
is
they
your
are.
point?
But from everything that I have seen, from everything that I've read on this, and I have read extensively on this, as far as forensic examination has been concluded, there is no evidence, no hard evidence of sexual assault. And I will give you a clip from a Haaretz article
This is so
that was
exhausting,
posted
bro.
by Lisa
Here comes the Haaretz article.
Rozovsky.
I
Wait,
just
why
read
are
you
you
firsthand
discounting?
testimony
I'm
of
using-
4 people. What are you doing? You're saying that you're not believing the victims.
Ethan,
you're asking for pics or it didn't happen.
It's not that I'm not believing
Where
the
you
victims.
said, where's
I'm
their
saying that
bodies? Pics or it didn't
what
happen.
you have mentioned, since
You're
the thing
saying
that
pics
you
or it didn't
mentioned,
happen.
okay,
right?
since the article that you mentioned came out, there have been further prosecutions on this. Why have they not led to any real prosecution?
Because they're dead. They're fucking dead, you moron. What do you mean?
First-hand testimony in this
They
regard.
killed all the fucking Hamas operatives in Israel.
I killed them?
What? What are you?
Why are you saying
you okay?
you killed them?
I said they. Why the fuck would I say you killed them? That's insanely stupid. Are you okay? Hallucinating. Are you crashing out? Go ahead.
Maybe I misheard you. I'm pretty sure you said you killed them.
Sometimes when you're under stress, you can mishear things, but that's okay. I understand.
I might be my mistake. I have you on much lower volume because my volume is very low.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. It's a misunderstanding.
That's part of the reason why I do ask over and over again what you're saying.
That's fine. I understand. I want people to hear what we're saying, so that's totally fair.
If you're saying,
are you done, or you want to keep going?
Gaslighting you, just clip it and send it to me, chat. It's that simple. Okay, and you probably said it by mistake, even if you did, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, we done with this one?
Okay, no, we're not done with this at all.
Go ahead.
Because
I just read 4 first.
Because the question I have for you is very simple. Okay.
Oh, if I said you, I misspoke. That's my bad. By the way, I may have actually said
it's fine.
you.
It's fine.
I apologize.
You misspoke.
I didn't
I
mean
don't
that.
care.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
I just want to make sure.
Let's get back to the actual main point of contention here.
The liars. Pixar didn't happen.
There have been no rape allegations filed in the October 7 attacks. Not one. Okay? And this is from Ynet, speaking to Moran Gatz, who I posted about earlier. Moran Gatz is the Southern District Prosecutor's Office in Israel. Okay? She was a member of the Team 7110, responsible for cases involving captured Palestinians in connection with the October 7th attacks. On investigations related to sexual violence, she says, in the end, we don't have any complainants. What was presented in the media compared to what will eventually come together will be entirely different, either because the victims were murdered, okay, this is what they're saying, or because women who were raped aren't willing to expose it. That she excludes here another explanation, says Dropsite News, that no rapes occurred. We approached women's rights organizations and asked for cooperation. They told us that no one had approached them. There were parents who reached out to organizations asking what to do if something happened to their daughter, but they didn't reveal the abuse. So the question I have for you is this, okay? The question I have for you is this. What am I supposed to do in the situation when there are no victims that have come forward?
4 victims just gave firsthand testimony. I read it to
probably
you.
died, but there's no forensic examination.
Pixar didn't
there has
happen.
been no justice for these victims in
Pixar didn't
Israel
happen.
on October 7 due to the fact that the government completely
I'm crack open a root
ruined.
beer.
Okay. The government completely ruined any sort of forensic examination that could have taken place. There is no way
For
to
firsthand-
actually.
are you
there is no
actually,
way
like-
to actually bring justice to these victims? Your assessment on this is so off base.
Hasan, are you
because
listening?
You think
4 firsthand victims. I just read it to you.
Okay, but
let's.
what
You know
I'm
what?
giving
Let's,
you
you're
is
right.
the Israeli
You know what,
prosecutor's
Hasan? You're
office
right. Let's
own
err on the side
statement.
of these
If there are
victims
victims
lying.
then, why are
Let's
there-
err
why
on the
have
side.
they
No,
not-
you're totally right. This is the progressive way. Let's err on the side of these people lying instead of believing them. Let's do that. And yeah, they're all
I'm
lying.
not saying that they're lying. I'm telling
Yes, you are.
my confusion on this comes from the fact that
it's not confusing.
while-
it's obvious.
while
Most of the
previous
shit
reporting-
happened were killed,
while
and it's a
previous
religious.
reporting came
It's a
out-
religious
while
part of
previous
this
reporting
first
came
responding
out-
unit that they bury the bodies immediately to avoid humiliating them. It's all explainable.
What?
Yes. If you don't know that, then you are like woefully misinformed. Which just
Dude, what are you talking about? What do you mean? Oh, it doesn't matter. There has to be a forensic examination.
Pixar didn't happen. They bury the
No,
body.
no, not Pixar. It didn't happen. You don't think that the
buried the
victims deserve
bodies.
justice? What's wrong with you? You don't think these
Justice.
victims deserve justice?
This
Why
is
did
so
Israel
stupid. Can we please
refuse
move on?
an outside investigative committee?
How do you
to
explain these
actually,
4 accusers?
Under normal circumstances,
How do you explain
the
these
United
4
Nations
accusers?
or a third party?
How do you explain
will come
these
in
4
and
accusers?
conduct an investigation?
How do you explain the 4 accusers?
I don't know.
Okay, very
How
good.
do you explain
Well,
the
let's err on the
prosecutor
side of
after
them
those
lying.
4 accusers? My information is more relevant because it's new. It's newer. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't.
I guess we're at an
can't
impasse
speak
here.
Out.
I mean, listen,
cannot-
Hasan, we're at an
I cannot
impasse. Can we move on?
disprove something that I don't know about when the prosecutor, do you think the Israeli Southern District prosecutor actually did not examine the testimony given by these victims?
If you don't know what happened in the 4 accusers, why are you speaking so confidently?
Because I'm
Because
speaking
you're a liar.
about
You're a
something that came
propagandist
out
and you
after
fucking hate
that.
Israelis. Can we move on, please?
What?
This is obviously at an impasse.
No.
Oh my God!
This
I'm
is very
just trying to
important.
consider the audience. Everybody wants something else. I'm telling you, dude. This is
You
exhausting.
have claimed falsely that
No,
I do not
I've-
recognize the testimony of a sexual assault that took
yes.
place in captivity.
Yes,
That was false.
Yep,
Do you
it was
admit
false.
that?
Yep, she lied. It was false, etc.
No. It's a falsehood that you claim that I don't recognize that. Do you admit that?
Yes, 100%. Can we
So
move on?
Wait, so you're admitting that you falsely smeared me as someone who is denying a verifiable
Well, let's take a look
verifiable
here.
claim of rape from a first-hand account, and it's not from October 7th.
Okay. Yes, I'm smearing you. Can we move on, please?
Okay.
Okay, very good.
All right.
Can you explain this tweet to me? This is your tweet, and I'd like you to summarize it for me. Here it is. You said, go ahead. You can read it for me and explain the picture.
I can't. I don't know where it is.
So you can't see it?
Oh.
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Okay. Very good. I guess what's it's just a little delay for him, Dan? Or?
No. I can see it. Bro really said my lived experience in Israel proper. Great.
What's the picture?
This is zone of interest. You're familiar, yes?
Explain for the audience what this picture entails.
This is Zone of Interest, which is a Oscar award-winning movie depicting the banality of evil during a literal Holocaust taking place, the monotony of the day-to-day existence, the beautiful garden.
And your implication
that,
is what?
Rudolf Hess and his family put together.
And your
While
implication
in the backdrop, you can see
is
there
what?
is a concentration. There's a concentration camp, Auschwitz.
Your implication
there's
to
a
me
train that
is what?
Most likely inferred to be sending.
This
Jews
is the
into
clip you're
concentration
responding
camp.
to. Hold on. Like it's completely based on my. I actually don't know where it is, but I said we know what it was. I just said Israel proper, right? I said my lived experience in Israel proper.
Can you
explain
play the clip? Play the clip.
It's 2 minutes, and I don't know where this happens. If somebody can find out.
No, play the clip. Play the full thing. We have time. I'm not going nowhere.
Well, let me see. Yeah, I mean, I want to watch it too. It's just
I know you do.
Let's see here. I'll just play it. Oh, this is a clip from the critically acclaimed Content Cop. How's that working out? You think Ian's happy he made that video?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't talked to him about it.
I mean, he put out a really big video. I mean, I would be stoked.
I don't know why you're asking me about what iDubbbz is thinking, but I mean, I assume. I mean, it performed pretty well. I think it doubled your video. So
yeah, I mean,
it's not that bad.
If anything, I think it just means that more people are interested in me than you.
Yeah, no, definitely. I believe that for sure.
Very good.
I think a lot of people. I think a lot of people, some falsely and some for decent reasons, wants to.
Do you want to look at the like ratio?
Someone put you down a peg. It's probably the reason why there's a lot of people watching this conversation as well.
Do you want to watch the the like ratio on this? Damn.
The like ratio on this.
That's correct, my friend. Here it is.
Wait, what? Ethan, play the video. This is also been reported even by your favorite. What is it? Nicholas Eat Oreos.
My favorite.
To be false.
Okay. Well, here.
The dislike metric is not correct.
Let's just watch it.
Why am I arguing on behalf of Ian's video's performance? I don't give a fuck. Come on, play the video, dude. Come on, Jesus Christ. Play the fucking clip.
I mean, it is ironic that he came and did this whole show of doing it with you, and it like just completely humiliated him. I think that's kind of funny and interesting, but I'll play the clip.
Not on Leftovers. He's now talking about it on his podcast.
What I want to do is show you.
Are you denying? Hold on, I'm sorry. His entire creator clash is in ruin. The event is going to be fucking absolutely canceled. He's probably not even going to be able to reimburse most of the fighters for the time they trained. How is that not a train wreck?
Ethan,
I'm just saying.
I am not iDubbbz. I don't care about your petty vendetta against iDubbbz. Play the fucking
video.
Clip.
Guys, how I see Israel. Because you don't see that when you listen to Hassan and you hear all these fucking...
Yes, you ruined a charity event. I hope you're proud.
Oh my God, bro. You have no idea what you're talking about.
He's now talking about
I'm talking about Israel proper.
What I want to do is show...
And you're showing headlines about Gaza. I literally say in this clip that has nothing to do with the conditions of Gaza and the conditions of the West Bank, which I consider to be like apartheid. Like it's completely based on my lived experience of 5 years living in Israel. My lived experience, bro. You are so fucking out of line. You have no idea. How do you have the confidence to make this video? Again, I don't know where it is, dude. The phrase.
Show you guys how I see Israel, because you don't see that when you listen to Hassan.
Israel blocks, and he shows these headlines. Israel again blocks Gaza aid. Again, I'm not talking about Gaza, which I say clearly in this clip, but go on.
And you hear all these fucking mega lefties talking.
Israeli authorities block healthcare to Gaza. Again, I'm not. Do you think that I'm talking about walking around Gaza? When I say how great multicultural it is,
did you think that how Israel attacked Gaza since October 7th? Not even.
Shield your eyes.
We never co-signed what they did.
Is that not the point he's making, though?
It already happened. I said it. Oh. No, okay. Well, anyway, I said the phrase I said is that my experience in Israel proper.
What happened after that? When AB chimed in, I wonder. Anyway, listen.
Who knows? I mean, you like to make inferences based on.
I'm just asking. I don't know.
You know what's so funny? You know what's funny? It's all on the audio.
Like
Go listen to it, dipshit. It's on the audio. You don't know what you're talking about. You're a pathological liar. You are a propagandist. It's on the audio. You can go listen to it if you gave a fuck.
Both AB and Olivia were chiming in. I don't know why we buttoned it. I'm just asking. You know, it's fine. It's not that big of a deal.
What are you implying here? What are you implying with this photo?
What photo? Oh, with the photo. Okay, So let's begin. This is going to finally cause us to talk about Israel-Palestine.
Bro, just explain what you're trying to say.
By your own admission, there is a genocide that is taking place in the Gaza Strip. By your own admission, there is also an apartheid structure both in the West Bank, but I don't think you believe that there's an apartheid happening within Israel proper by your own terms.
I don't think
Yeah. Okay. So, do you feel as though Israel is somehow inseparable from both of these actions?
No, but obviously the conditions are different in Israel proper versus the West Bank versus Gaza. Like
you
West,
feel
I mean,
like
the
you
West
going
Bank
to
has
Israel
checkpoints. It has like
amidst
different areas of zones of interest. People don't have freedom of movement. So obviously that's more apartheid-like than the main body of Israel.
Yeah. Don't you feel like you going to Israel proper would actually resemble someone going to, someone going near Auschwitz and being like, well, it's actually beautiful there. It's
Not at all.
that big of a deal.
No.
It's multicultural. Oh, you don't see the comparison.
Well, I mean,
Well,
where
Jonathan
Israel?
Glazer,
You
who
mean in
made
Tel Aviv?
this-
So you're saying
Jonathan
that
Glazer, who made this video, Jonathan Glazer, who made this Oscar-winning movie, does see the comparison.
So hold on, your criticism.
He said as much.
You're
in
saying
his Oscar
all I
award,
said was my
winning
lived
speech.
experience in Israel proper. Is the problem that Israel proper? That sounds racist or something?
No, I think you're trying to present Israel as a beautiful multicultural land when it is directly doing a genocide across the border boundary. Okay, and
Yeah,
also
I
is
make
an
a distinction.
apartheid on a good day.
Yeah, I make a distinction for sure.
You can't.
I mean, I lived there
Israel
for 5
proper
years in Tel
from the
Aviv.
crimes that is happening 6 miles away, Ethan. That's my point. So
6 miles from
saying-
where I live in Tel Aviv? 6 miles from what?
I don't know how many miles away it is from.
It's a lot
exactly
further
where
than
you live
6
in Tel
miles.
Aviv.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know how many miles away it is. That's not the point. It's
No, so
close
you're
enough that you can see it. If you go to Sderot, you can watch it.
The
They call
point
it
you're
the night
making is
cinema.
that everybody living in Israel is living next to a concentration camp.
Yes.
So,
A death
so
camp.
and so I said, bro really said my lived experience in Israel proper. And you're saying that I am a Nazi officer living casually and enjoying life as people are
No, you're not directly a Nazi officer.
Well, that's what this says.
No, Ethan, you're taking it a little bit too literally. I think the point there with that imagery is not that it's a
Why
Nazi
did you choose the
officer,
one with the
is
guy
that-
standing in it?
Well, I'm actually interpreting the work of art in the exact same way that Jonathan Glazer, who made this piece of cinema, interpreted it. The entire point is you can have a wonderful life as an American Jew in Israel. Of course you can have a wonderful life in Israel. That's the point, because Israel is a ethno-religious supremacist apartheid state that is currently doing a genocide. It is the entire underlying principle of why this nation state was founded. That's what it was founded on. It was founded on exterminationist principles
definitely agree.
of the indigenous Palestinians, which you seemingly agree to. So yes, if you actually think Israel is doing a genocide, then it comes across as rather odd that you would go to Israel to show how multifaceted and how wonderful Israel is.
I mean, yeah,
it would
in
be
Tel Aviv-
exactly like someone
Yeah, I
saying,
mean,
"Oh, you don't understand. I'm German. I am going to Poland. I'm going to go to Warsaw. I'm going to go to Auschwitz.
It's
and I'm
not
gonna
the same
show
at
you
all, dude.
How wonderful
It's so
Auschwitz looks like
Can
because it's
okay,
German
thank you
territory."
okay, I lived in Tel Aviv. I worked beside Palestinians. I worked with them. I took the bus with them. I walked around the streets with them. I went to the restaurants. They worked with me in my businesses. It's not what people expect. That's my point. You don't see.
Yeah, that would be lying. That would be lying to your audience about
lived
the
there for 5
actual
years.
totality of Israel. You want to talk about my totality of anti-Semitism inferred off of like hyper specific narrow definitions that you have invented in your mind? Talk about the totality of a country that you recognize is doing genocide. You think it's appropriate? You think it's appropriate to go to Israel while there is a fucking genocide going on?
I mean,
by your own
you did a
admission
show with me and you
show
consider me
how
your friend and you knew that I was
multifaceted
apparently a
and
Nazi
beautiful
officer
Israel
that whole
proper
time.
is? What?
I said you were considering me a friend. You did a show with me. You knew I lived in Israel that whole time. I'm surprised you were
Yes.
willing to work with a Nazi
I
officer.
also have interviewed members of the Knesset, as
All
a
right.
matter of fact, like Ofer Kassev. I have interviewed Israelis from the anti-Zionist youth movement Mezarvot, Israeli members. Israeli Jewish citizens that have refused service, refuseniks. I don't have an issue with
agree
people
with
that
you.
have
I don't know
lived
what
in
you're going on
Israel.
about.
Some of the reason why I know the total and utter depravity of the inception of Israel comes from Exeter University's very own Ilan Pappé. His writings are what guide me. Of course, Of course, I don't have an issue with people that have lived in Israel
All right, can I
and
respond?
no longer live in Israel, or even still live in Israel, as a matter of fact. As
you
long
like
as
me to
they
respond?
are anti-Zionist, because I care about Zionism
Bro,
as an
you're just
ideology.
gish-galloping. Just
I
let
do
me
not
respond.
care
My
about
God.
Jewish
You don't need to
people or
grandstand so
Israeli
long. Just
people.
let me
These are
respond.
not a part of my consideration, because I believe in the best of people. I believe that people, regardless
Jesus
of the circumstances
Christ, bro.
that they've been
Let me
presented
respond.
with, can see right from wrong.
Okay, very
and I
good.
thought foolishly that you were one of these people.
Very
I
good.
foolishly thought you could also see right from wrong. But it's obvious to me that you have simply used what is going on for the past 16 months
Bro,
of horrific
do you want me to
mass
respond?
bombing and starvation.
Hassan, you got
as
to
a
you got to
tool
stop.
to
You got to
present
stop
yourself
with the
as a
fucking
victim.
with the gish galloping. I know.
This
You're
is not a
righteous
gish
and I'm
gallop.
evil.
I'm explaining
Let
to
me
you my
respond.
position.
Let me respond. I agree with you. I think that my characterization of it as a utopia, like in that moment, was distasteful, and I wish that I had said that differently. And I see that it came off bad. It came off bad, and I was wrong on that one. I totally agree. Watching that clip back, I'm regretful about how I spoke about it. So I agree with you.
Okay, that's fair. See, this is. I wish you were this open-minded for the past 16 months, Ethan, because I feel like a lot of the conversations that have taken place.
My problem is not with your philosophy on Palestine. My problem is with your community and the harassment you've leveled against me and my family.
People make inferences off of what you say. They do not know what's in your heart. Okay, and this is something that I
agree on a lot of things. The issue is the
privately
harassment.
talked to you about in the beginning after October 7. I told you time and time again privately.
Okay, bro, you've talked a lot. Let's just move on, please.
You are behaving like a. The reason why people think you are a Zionist is not because you're Jewish, but because of what you're saying.
What did I say that's Zionist?
And they made these inferences.
What have I ever said that
output.
shows that I'm Zionist?
Ethan, the way that you have tackled the subject matter.
Say one thing that has shown the world, undoubtedly, how Zionist I am. That I am worthy of the scorn of you and the entire left.
How wrong that was. What you just said.
Okay,
so
does that mean I'm a Zionist? I mean, and by the way, that was a recent clip. That doesn't explain the last 2 years.
Yes, it doesn't.
So
and
what did I say in the last 2 years besides that clip?
As well.
What did I say, Hassan? What did I say that's Zionist?
As recently as last month.
You can't give me one fucking contextual example of me saying something that's Zionist after this entire... Go ahead.
Yeah, okay.
You have something?
I have many things.
List
recently
one.
As last month. As recently as last
List
month.
one example of me saying something
I'm giving you
Zionist.
Another example. Just calm down and listen. As recently as last month,
you're not answering my question. You're just doing this gish galloping.
Hamas is actually putting hostages inside of hospitals. Hamas is actually using tunnel systems under hospitals, and that is part of the reason why Israel is bombing hospitals. Bombing hospitals is a war crime. Okay. Bombing hospitals is a war crime. In your conversation with Sam Cedar, while on the one hand, you now recognize that Israel's doing a genocide, and you have in the past as well, for sure, but you've also gone back and forth on it, and you've called it a war or whatever. But having said that, in your conversation with Sam Cedar, you thought you had a gotcha where you said that, well, I find it very strange that there's not a single bomb shelter in Gaza.
That's a condemnation of Hamas.
What?
That is a condemnation of Hamas.
I think it's a condemnation of your assessment of reality.
How is that pro-Zionist?
Look at the Gaza Strip.
How is me criticizing Hamas pro-Zionist? Would you like to explain that?
Do you think a bomb shelter would actually survive bunker buster bombs?
It'd be a lot fucking safer than
There's not a standing structure
the seventh floor of an apartment building.
For Israel to actually systematically destroy
You're
every
okay
hospital
with Hamas spending the totality?
That a bomb shelter would just simply be fucking crosshairs.
Can I please ask you a question? Again, me criticizing Hamas makes me a Zionist?
You criticizing Hamas makes you a Zionist?
That's what you're claiming.
I mean, it depends on what you're saying. Yes.
Well, you know exactly what I said.
You can have criticisms of Hamas in terms of like their own internal domestic affairs, in terms of their governance. But if that's your hyper focus, then yes, people are going to make that inference that you are definitely against any kind of resistance against the state of Israel.
Because they don't make bomb shelters?
Because your expectation
from the
Palestinians is to just simply sit there and take it so you can fucking act like you felt bad 10 years down the line.
Everything that you claim the whole fucking apparatus of harassment that exists across social media with you at the center of it, it infringes on an inference that you maybe meant this. I have never once said I'm Zionist. The only reason people believe that is because you repeat it maliciously
No, the reason why
time
people
and time
believe that
again.
is because of your hyper focus
Name
on
one.
you, and your distractions
That makes me a Zionist?
away,
That
and
makes
your
me a Zionist?
deliberate deplatforming attempts towards pro-Palestinian content creators.
Yeah.
It is ridiculous.
Being pro-Palestine doesn't
simply
absolve
say
you of guilt.
You recognize the genocide, but you also literally get mad at people who fight back. You get
So
mad
I'm
at the
public
Houthis.
enemy
You
number
call
one
them terrorists. You call
defending
Hezbollah a
myself.
terror group, which is by the American state's definition, absolutely considered a terror group. But there are plenty of terror groups that have
Hold on. Do you not
successfully
consider Hezbollah a
resisted
terror group?
against American imperialism and other
do you
forms
not
of settler
consider
colonial violence?
Do you not consider Hezbollah a terrorist group?
I think the definition of terrorism by the American State Department is intentionally vague to deny
What about
people their habeas corpus, deny people their due process. It is there to justify whatever kind of militant action that the American government can take. This is a severe violation of the
Okay,
American
very good.
Constitution. So
Hassan,
yes,
please,
I
wanna
think
have a-
that this
Can you-
definition is
can I give you-
intentionally
can I
vague and
ask-
it's
can I
fucking-
request something?
It's silly.
Can I please request something? I'm interested in having a conversation. You take this and you just go on and on and on and on. You repeat yourself. You double down on the same point. I just want to have a conversation. You make your point and then you move on. You're doing too much. Please. We're going to be
The
here.
American terrorism designation is silly. Do we agree?
I don't know. But do you,
What do you mean? But you,
well, here, I'll be
but
more
you
precise.
use its definition without ever actually
You're
thinking
right.
about
Fuck
it. What do you
Let
mean?
me be more precise. Here's what you said.
Hezbollah is a paramilitary organization.
Do we like them or no?
They are a terrorist organization. Like they're designated. They are designated by the American state as a terrorist organization.
I do not like them then.
Well, like
I like what you like.
I don't have an issue with them. Let's just say.
What did you mean by that? You do not have an issue with Hezbollah.
Okay, yeah, thank you for asking.
You're
Exactly. All right, let me explain. I do not have a single issue with the way that Hezbollah has defended southern Lebanon.
Me neither,
I do not
actually.
have a single issue with Hezbollah as a form of militancy trying to incur penalties on the genocidal state of Israel. Because if you recognize that it is a genocide, then what is the expectation from other parties involved in the region? The very fact that other countries, other countries are not also up in arms is ridiculous, considering that Israel is a belligerent force that is destroying everything in the fucking region because it has an underlying exterminationist policy. And you agree with that because it's a genocide. You
Let me
said
speak,
it's
please.
a genocide.
All right.
So what is the
Hassan,
expectation?
please, this conversation is becoming impossible if you don't just stop talking for a minute and allow me to respond. Okay.
Now respond.
Thank you. Hezbollah, when it was first founded, I think was a noble thing, right? Of defending Lebanon from the IDF invasion, and they were successful in sending them back to Israel. Now, since then, a lot of terrible shit has happened, right? And you sat there and you said, I do not have a problem with them. So do you not have a problem with what Hezbollah did in Syria, mass murdering civilians on the behest of Assad?
Can you find a single instance where I've actually said I have no problem with Hezbollah's actions in Syria?
You said I don't have a problem with Hezbollah.
No, that specifically.
You know what's so funny?
Do you feel like that is the entirety of my conversation? Because I have talked about Hezbollah's actions in Syria, as a matter of fact, and I do have a problem
You're
with that.
precise
Yes,
with
I
your
don't think
words,
that-
right?
I don't think that harming civilians is in any way, shape, or form remotely correct. Now, having said that, I'm glad that you brought up Hezbollah because, again, in your video, you falsely claim that Hezbollah is responsible for 500,000 deaths in the Syrian conflict.
Yeah.
Okay? You say that Hezbollah is responsible for 500,000 deaths in the
They
Syrian
participated.
conflict. That is the entirety of
participated.
the deaths, including the Hezbollah militancy in the Syrian civil war.
And therefore what? They did nothing wrong?
No. That's not what
So
I'm
what does
saying
it
at
matter
all.
the exact count?
You
Why does that bother
erroneously
you?
claimed that they were responsible for all the deaths. You stood in front
they collaborated.
of footage. You stood in front of footage of an entire town that was destroyed by what? By barrel bombs. Who has the capacity to have a air force and use barrel bombs to destroy an entire city? Do you think Hezbollah has an air force?
They participated. You're not listening. You're being silly.
Is that why you posted that photo?
Why are you defending Hezbollah's action in Syria? Do you think that's a good look?
I'm not defending that.
You sure are. You're like, Hezbollah didn't do that. Hezbollah would never blow up a village in Syria.
Do you think Hezbollah has an air force?
Do you think I think that?
Well, you implied it when you showed a hollowed out town that was barrel bombed.
They worked
most likely by Russian
the government,
forces.
bro.
So why did you use that imagery to imply that Hezbollah had killed 500,000 people?
They were complicit.
That is a false. This is my main problem with you, Ethan. You are spreading.
You're defending terrorism
falsehoods.
right now, by the way.
What?
You are defending a terrorism right now.
No, dude, I'm defending the truth. How is this so hard to comprehend for you?
The truth is Hezbollah did in Syria wasn't that bad?
They did not kill 500,000
okay,
people
so
in
wasn't
Syria,
that bad?
Ethan.
So what Hezbollah did in Syria wasn't that bad? How many did they kill?
Assad regime. You are taking
You're minimizing their actions. How many did they kill?
You're taking the responsibility away from ISIS. You're taking the responsibility away from the Russian
I'm putting
military.
blame on Hezbollah where it belongs. How many did they kill?
I don't even know the exact number of how many they killed. I believe it's like around 2,000 to 5,000, which once again is inappropriate. I have no issue saying that.
Did they collaborate with Assad?
They did, yes. They did.
And so what is the issue here exactly? You said you have no issue with them. I think that's a problem.
I think I've described it numerous times at this point. I have no issue with Hezbollah's militancy against a state that is conducting a genocide. That much is very clear.
You didn't say any of that. You said I do not have a problem with Hezbollah. You're lying.
As a matter of fact, there are plenty of instances where I have talked about Hezbollah's militancy in Syria.
When you're done lying, I'll explain.
Wait, what?
When you're done lying, I'll explain. You didn't say
I'm
that.
Not.
You said
I'm lying.
You said
I'm
I don't.
You
were talking to a normie.
Right now.
You were talking to a normie who didn't understand anything about the conflict, and he said, how do we feel about Hezbollah? A general question. How do we feel about Hezbollah? Your answer was, I don't have a problem with them. Let's just say. And then, by the way, Hasan, you start trying to minimize their inclusion in this fucking wanton slaughter of Syrian civilians.
Wait, what? I'm minimizing their inclusion of the wanton slaughter of Syrian
Here's what you
civilians?
said, because you want to be precise.
You made up I like what you like. Ethan, I don't have an issue with them. Let's just said that they killed 500,000 civilians. What are you talking about? I did not minimize their wanton slaughter in the Syrian civil war.
Do you think that they didn't participate with Assad to make that happen? I mean, they were allied. They participated. Okay, so then why are you defending them?
I'm not defending them,
sounds
Ethan.
Like it.
I have already described to you that I am critical of their actions. You are misquoting me. You are misunderstanding.
I am verbatim repeating what you said. You liar.
I'm having a conversation directly with you, so I don't understand.
How can you lie to people? Like we just watched the clip.
The arbitrary number that you put there because you don't do enough research.
No, that number was based on the totality of deaths. My claim was that they participated in it. You were not critical of their actions in this clip.
Why did you put so you're telling me you've never claimed that Hezbollah has killed more Muslims than Israel has, that IDF has?
I don't know when I think I did say that, and I think that was wrong. I was incorrect.
Yeah, you've said that numerous times. You actually said you ChatGPT'd against AB when AB was like, I don't think that's correct.
Yeah, by the way, that's something I looked into, and I was actually wrong about that for sure.
Okay. Don't you feel like this kind of misinformation is somewhat... don't you think that saying stuff like that is going to make people infer that you might be more pro-Israel than you let on?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't
Zionist?
Work like this, right? You're not just like clicking a box and you're like, well, I said it was a genocide. What more do you want from me? Okay, you did. But then you spend all of your time criticizing
responding
people
to harassment
who are offering analysis and not justification,
can I flip it on you a little bit?
Are actually formed. You're upset.
Hassan, you're doing it. You're doing it again.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just
You're
I'm,
just
I'm
talking,
hoping
bro.
to explain to you something so you recognize that you're wrong, as you've done
no,
twice
you don't
now.
need to
So
explain
this is
anything to me. I
productive
understand your point. Don't you? So you're accusing me of being irresponsible with my words. Don't you think saying you have no issue with Hezbollah makes people think you're pro-terrorist?
I don't care that people think this. It's ridiculous.
So are people valid for thinking you're pro-terrorist?
Do you believe the State Department's designation for
answer the
terrorism
question.
is valid?
Is it reasonable for people to think that you are pro-terrorist when you say I have no problem with Hezbollah?
Do you believe the State Department's designation for terrorism is valid?
You answer my question, and I'll answer yours. Are people valid?
Ethan,
and considering
you rely heavily on
answer?
audience not really understanding
please
the
answer my
terms that
question?
you are using.
Let it be noted you are dodging.
When you say, "Oh, Hasan defends terrorists," okay,
literally,
there's
just
a reason
did.
why you say that. You say that to
You literally just
disparage
did.
me without actually addressing my arguments. And now, when you're faced with me, face to face,
God,
to
bro,
talk
you're
about
doing it
these
again.
issues, you agree with me. So if you agree with me, you called Hezbollah a noble group. Should I
In the
just run
beginning,
around
shit
being like
changed.
Ethan defends terrorism? I think you do, but
I
for a
said their
different reason,
actions
and we'll
were
get to
noble.
that in
I
a
didn't call
second.
them a noble group. Again, you have a problem with the truth.
You just said that their
I said their
inception
actions
was
were
a
noble.
noble one.
Yeah.
You said Hezbollah was.
It's different from saying Hezbollah is a noble organization. But I really need you to answer this. Isn't it reasonable for people to assume you're pro-terrorist if you say stuff like, I have no problem with Hezbollah? Just answer the question, yes or no.
I don't think it's reasonable for people to assume that I'm pro-terrorism because I think people are going to assume that regardless because I am.
But people can assume I'm
presenting a
Zionist.
position.
But it's okay for it's okay for people to assume I'm Zionist.
Yes.
Got it. The logic is
you don't
clear.
understand what I'm saying. I get why people assume that. I get why people assume
you're
I'm
you're pro-terrorist.
Yeah. Do you feel okay? Let's talk about that then. Do you feel like someone being branded pro-terrorist is as impactful under the Trump administration as someone being pro-Israel is?
Well, as someone who's been branded as a pro-Israel Zionist in my space, it is a horrifically fucking it's resulted in the unbelievable, unprecedented. I've been on the internet for 10 years, right? I've been through all kinds of controversies, all kinds of shit. I have never once in my entire life, Hasan, experienced the amount of harassment, the organized, psychotic campaign to try to ruin my life, all of my all my employees' life, my family's life, their family's life. This is your community acting in response to what you're saying about me being pro-Zionist. So do I think it's worse? In my experience, it's much worse.
My community that's done any of these things that you're talking about.
Okay, Hasan, can I ask you a question? Why the fuck were you browsing H3 Snark the other day and pulling clips from that?
I don't know. Someone fucking sent me a clip in the chat.
Okay. And so you shit and pissed about me pulling a meme from Destiny's subreddit. I have never even pulled the subreddit up, but you're on stream browsing H3 Snark. How do you explain that?
Ethan, your entire subreddit is a Snark subreddit dedicated to me. What the fuck are you talking about?
That's literally not true.
I don't have a single issue at this point. What are you talking about? You have personally moderated your own subreddit to turn into this, by the way. So many people that have criticized you from your own fan base have
Hasan,
left your
you
community
said your
for this
community has
reason,
nothing to
because
do
you
with
can't take a
this.
fucking ounce of criticism from your paying members. How many people are like, I love Teddy Fresh. I have so many fucking pieces of Teddy Fresh clothing. Now I feel embarrassed to wear it because look at what he has become.
There's plenty of fans. Don't worry about that.
Problem. If you want to talk about it, from the perspective of psychoanalysis, the real reason why you've gone on this endless vendetta is because you can't comprehend
Jesus
the
Christ,
reality.
bro. I just want to have a conversation. I don't want to just gish gallop forever.
Cultivated has a difference in opinion in the way that you've presented yourself throughout this conflict.
Please,
and if
let
you
me just talk. This is
you
say your community has nothing to do with the harassment that I've received.
Ethan, if you
please, Hasan, let me finish a point.
If you demonstrated,
dude, you gotta let me finish a point. This is ridiculous.
I'm gonna mute you and just keep talking.
Okay, that's great. I think that means you won the debate.
Yeah. No, listen to me.
So I'm not muted. So hold on, let me finish. You gotta let me say something.
If you demonstrated a fraction of the humility you did just now, most people would not have left your community, by the way.
I don't care that they left the community. That was obvious.
You definitely do.
I've got plenty of fans left. Don't worry. Here, listen. You claim your community has nothing to do with the harassment. Yet you said in the same breath that your chat linked you to H3 Snark, the subreddit primarily responsible for coordinating that harassment, and you pulled it up on your stream.
Do you have evidence that H3 Snark called CPS on you?
Did I say that?
Like random anonymous
Did I
Redditors?
say that?
Wait.
I said they're primarily responsible for harassing me.
Who called CPS?
What the fuck? So I don't know. Did I claim they did? You're dodging, bro. You are absolutely dodging. You claim your community has nothing to do with the harassment, yet you were browsing H3 Snark. Now, let me ask you this, Hasan. How many times have I browsed the Destiny subreddit on my show?
Have blamed virtually everyone for calling CPS. Answer my question.
What?
So you don't know who called CPS, and yet for the past couple of months, you've been like, it's whoever I don't like that is called CPS.
No.
And now you're claiming that my community is responsible for it.
I think it's the tone. No, bro, what is wrong with you? Did I say your community called CPS? The harassment campaign is much more broad than that.
Yes, you're inferring it.
You can't address an actual issue, so you turn it into you're straw manning. Basically, I'm saying your community is responsible for participating in this harassment campaign. You said chat sent you this link, did they not?
Yes, last week. What are you talking about?
Okay, so your chat is involved with H3 Snark, which, by the way, funnily enough, the new Snark page is called Leftovers H3, and it's got a picture of you in the avatar.
Giving it a shout out. Shout out to Leftovers H3.
It's got a picture of you, Hasan. You don't need to shout him out. You're already doing it. Don't you think that's odd?
You did it.
No, I think it's
also, what do you think? Like you. First of all, do you think I have any say on what fucking happens in these subreddits? What are you talking about?
Well, you have a say what happens in your Discord and chat, which you absolutely do not moderate. And there's so much evidence of the disgusting shit.
That's also completely fucking false.
Why did you criticize XQC for not moderating his chat when you called in?
Ethan?
Why
I can't believe
did you criticize XQC for not moderating his chat?
Yes, XQC has actively used his community over the course of many years at this point, as he was, doing Gamba and wanted to fucking keep gambling and felt bad that I was criticizing him to attack me. Okay, there's a difference between
that's different than what your community has done. How?
What?
How is that different than your community attacking me?
You want to know how it's different? I have an 8-minute clip compilation all the way from when our podcast ended all the way to December of 2024 where I actively defend you. That is moderating my community.
I do not give a fuck about your quote-unquote defending as your community went rabid with your approval. Please spare me.
With my approval? I just told you.
It's your community, bro. You literally say in this clip that it's let me play this clip for you because it will show just what a liar hypocrite you are.
People don't fucking like you, big dog. I don't know what to do.
They love you, huh?
What do you want me to do?
Fucking everybody loves Hasan. Everybody loves iDubbbz too.